Hello and welcome back to Gon With The Wind episode 15. There we go. I have to look off screen to check that.
Yeah.
And here we are deep in the Chimera Ant arc. And we're going to be persistently deep in the arc, as the Chimera Ant arc is like half of the total show.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which I mentioned earlier off screen, that for whatever reason in my mind, I was like, oh, Hunter x Hunter, it's 120 episodes. And I think I said last episode, I was like, oh, we're two-thirds of the way through. Like, we're almost there. No, I actually like fact checked myself and I was like, it's close to 150. I think it's like 140 something episodes. And I was like, oh, we still have a while to go in the Chimera Ant arc.
Well, see, that's the full thing to do, because like fact checking yourself, you need to believe in yourself. If it's 120, then it's 120.
I mean, honestly, with the rate at which we're going through these episodes, I don't think I could delude myself that long. I think I would notice sooner than later.
I hope we are finished by the time we have to worry about an Aang with the wind or something like that.
Who knows? The people are demanding Aang with the wind. Although we need to come up with a better name than that.
Yeah, oh no, well, you need a good pun, right? Because I came up with Gon with the Wind when I thought Gon's name was Gon. So I'm like, oh, Gon with the Wind, boom, like done, $1 million name. And then like, oh, I shit. I know, yeah, like, and like, you call him, like, and it's just, I thought it was Gon, then I listened to it, I'm like, oh, Gon. And like if you call him Gon, it's fine. But like, you need a punny name. Because like the whole point of this show is basically we're ripping off the old giant bomb, all systems Goku. Because all systems go, all systems Goku. That's a good name, right?
So, yeah, your inspiration for this whole podcast, for the whole format of it.
Big fan of Jeff Gersman here. I've been listening to him since like way old GameSpot days.
But yeah, I think like a sufficiently punny name would be good once we get to it, and like, Aang with the Wind isn't even that bad because, he's an airbender. Yeah, like, obviously you can't rip off of it again, so.
We'll think of something sufficiently punny when the time comes, like. Oh, someone got mad at me because I said Appa. It was Appa. And I said Appa. I'm like, shut up. It's Appa.
Well, I mean.
And I double checked the show. I clipped multiple people in the show say Appa instead of Appa.
Okay, I did also think it was Appa, but I mean, I mispronounce things all the time. People get mad at me in my videos for it all the time. I know for you, it's like the Elena thing.
Elena's the actual proper name. Elena is a differently spelled name. Like, Elena is a name. You don't spell it that way. It's Elena. Like.
Yeah, well.
And like, you're using Street Fighter as the basis of this whole thing. The game that says Zangief. The game that says Abel instead of Abel, like you're picking a losing horse, but
also like I will say like Chun-Li. I didn't think that was like an actual name, but I did meet someone actually with the name Chun-Li, and I think they were old enough to where I don't think it was based on Street Fighter 2, but I didn't want to ask.
Oh, see, I'm as a fan of Bloodsport, I already knew that was a name, at least with the letter off, because the villain of Bloodsport is Chong Li.
Oh, Chong Li.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, for a young brain at the time, it was like, oh my God, it must be related to him. I thought it was like her sister, or Chong Li's sister, or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, the Japanese ideas of Chinese names are just like, I've stopped trying to make sense of it. And like, technically Athena from KOF is also Chinese. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, well, Athena's, she's
her own separate.
She's such like, so she's a Chinese, Japanese pop idol goddess that fights aliens.
Yeah.
Like,
right. But she's like got the magical schoolgirl vibes.
What was the?
She's doing her own thing.
Speaking of like names, what was the? There it is. Tecmo Bowl names. Japanese ideas of Western names. Like Sleeve McDykel, Onsen Sweeney, Daryl Arkeld, Anatoly Smorin.
Smorin. Doug Nut?
Yeah.
What is that?
Mike Truck. Willie Dustis. Like Todd Bonzales.
Okay, not gonna lie, some of these names kind of sound really cool though.
They're not bad names, but like it's just like, you know, you have the most
Okay, not Duck Duck.
early Japanese 90s understanding of like Western names. They just sort of make them up.
Yeah. I mean, admittedly, this is before the time when like the internet was really a thing.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm
like
sure
you just knew
nowadays
cultural
it's different.
stereotypes, right? Like that's why
Right,
Guile is
right.
Guile. I'm an American soldier who loves America, and I have an American tattoo on both my arms.
That's right. And a flat top. I don't even know what his hairstyle is technically called.
I
Like the Johnny Bravo look. I don't
it,
know.
it would be a flat top, but it's some weird side
It
evolution.
is it's its own special thing. Guile's hair is Guile's hair.
Speaking of special things, because I did not take out my air conditioner yet, it's a draft in here because I haven't shut the window. And so I'm not wearing the usual shirt, and I am in fact wearing my Honda Sumo Slam
Yay!
hockey jersey.
Wearing something other than the Hawaiian shirt.
Yes, which got
Change
my
it
nice
up.
badges on there. It says
Yeah.
Honda 91 in the back.
Such a sick jersey. Like
And-
I don't know. Whenever I see a cool merch like that, I always have to hop on it. Like that's my weakness. Well, actually, my weakness is just buying cool shit in general. As you can see, partially. by
I
my
know
wall.
the problem. I know the sickness. But, you know, specifically it's a hockey jersey, right? And it's Honda, my boy. So,
Very
and on that
Canadian.
note,
Very
speaking of the sickness of capitalism and just commercialism, I have here this Monster Energy drink, which I've been sipping from and will continue to sip from. We're not
not the
advertised.
purple one.
Not in yet, so I got to take the other ones. They got this sick Black Ops code, which if you feel free to steal this, I know.
It is mirrored, but I'm sure. You
Well,
can
it's got like
unmirror that.
a thing, so if you can steal it, steal it. Yeah.
What is it for? I saw the words Call of Duty, but
It's for Black
backwards
Ops
for me.
7. But it's
Oh.
reflected, whatever, because
Is
my
it like a
camera's.
DLC thing or like
I
could
don't
literally
even
get-
know, but it's something Black Ops 7.
Okay,
That don't mean
well,
much to me, to be honest with you, right? But imagine if me, as a North American,
Mhm.
could get a game I do like Street Fighter, on the back of this can.
That
Be
would
lovely.
really fucking sick.
And imagine
amazing.
if you had such things you could get, but it wasn't allowed for you. Because you're in North America.
Are you talking about the McDonald's?
Yes, I'm talking about special things that are only for the privileged Japanese class.
Oh my. I mean, I was talking to you a little bit about this on Discord. I was trying for hours yesterday to try to use a VPN to get into Japan to log into Street Fighter 6 so I could get this fucking McDonald's skin. I was unsuccessful. So,
Yeah, like
it's just super frustrating.
I know some people have got them, but some people, no, people in Japan just like log in as my account in Japan,
Right.
which is a cheat code, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, the whole concept was a little frustrating. Like, here's this cool McDonald's collab. By the way, the rest of the world, you don't get this.
Yeah, such a sick commercial too. Like it was all over Twitter.
Yeah, like the whole
really
advertising campaign's really
creative.
cool. And we were workshopping
I
ideas
know.
how to like grift on it. Like McDonald's is killing Street Fighter.
Oh my god. I'm sure you can make a really good thumbnail from that too. Just put Chun-Li, but like her like getting beat up like in her old like Street Fighter 2 and just put
Oh
like
no,
the
I already know
McDonald's
the
logo.
thumbnail in my mind. Okay, because I told you my secret of making thumbnails, right?
Yes, put a pretty girl.
Put a
on
pretty
there.
girl in there. So you need this. You need the second impact lose screen for Elena. Her ass is in the air.
Oh my god.
And then I'll just put like Ronald McDonald here. And then like
That
McDonald's
is
killed Street
amazing.
Fighter. And like that's the thumbnail, and it absolutely would work.
Dude, that would go crazy. So many people would I mean, I guess that's kind of how you got to play the game, right?
Like, we just did the video yesterday on the main channel, and like there's a lot of Soul Calibur. So I'm like, well, what's the thumbnail? I just couldn't think. I'm like, oh, I'm stupid. Obviously, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need any context. Just put Ivy on there.
Is it Ivy's ass or is it? Sorry, it's hard to see.
I know it's harder for you to see. I'm trying to zoom in, but
no, it's not. Oh, it's her. Well, I mean, I was gonna say it's her titties and ass, but
Yeah,
she always
that's basically it. Like Viper, I found this very specific shot in the World Tour cutscene. Like, I don't have an artist doing my thumbnails. I need to use every part of the animal I can, just like my proud native ancestors,
you put
right?
The K-pop demon hunters in the corner of your thumbnail.
Yeah,
why is that?
I do talk about, like, I legitimately do talk about them in the video, because
okay,
they should put them as guest characters in a Soul Calibur 7 so we can sell more copies of the game.
I mean, that would hit the younger generation like a fucking truck.
Exactly, because like I somewhere in the video, but I talk about like Link and Yoda, who sold Soul Calibur many millions of copies.
Oh my god, so many.
So you want the modern version of that, and that's these fine ladies.
That's true. I mean, like, what is Soul Calibur 2 without its guest characters? What is Soul Calibur 4
Like, it's still a legitimately great game, to be honest with you. But like,
I mean, yes, of course. But that's how people remember, right? They're like, oh, that's the game with Link or Spawn, you know?
Exactly. Oh, it's the game with Yoda and Vader, right? Like,
yeah.
And like, hell, you don't even gotta be imaginative. Like, okay, to be fair, I still haven't seen the movie. Like, I know I should see it. I keep wanting to see it, but then, like, other stuff keeps happening, right? But like,
I mean, to be fair, it's not. It's a cute little movie. It's definitely like a kids movie. The plot moves quite fast, but the music's good and it's catchy. Yeah. But
I'm sure I'll like it when I finally see it. But like, purple hair girl who rips off Viper. Because I can say that for real now. Give her Zhanghua's moveset. She has a sword, right? Spear girl here with the big Naginata. Give her Songmina's moveset.
Songmina's, I'd love like a Songmina.
Like, you give them one, give them like 5 to 10 different moves so you differentiate. But like, Soul Calibur's rotten with clones anyways, right? So like, what's another?
I mean, that's fair. I'd probably like that better than like, Shanghua's daughter.
Yeah, their loser imposter daughter. Like
that would be more interesting than that, to be honest. All of the kids, I'm just like, I don't care about these kids. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
they didn't even really try to sell them to us. Oh, that's all right. You had a video. Yep. Yeah.
My Soul Calibur 5 video last month. They're all losers because they're all losers. None of these characters. I can't even remember his Shiba. That's it. Shiba's because he's just Killick. And the most insulting thing about this game too is Killick's in the game, but he's Weapon Master.
Yep.
Right? But he's a male only Weapon Master. Sophia is a lady only Weapon Master.
Yeah. And to be honest, like I've never really liked the Soul Calibur characters all that much. Like I just never really
we
felt
talked
like they
about
had a ton of personality.
Realistically, I like Soul Calibur a lot. Like it's one of my favorite games. But how many like when you think of the characters of all time, right?
Right.
So you're thinking Ryu, Sub-Zero, Terry Bogard.
Yeah.
Soul Calibur don't got many that can ever like screw being on that level, like even approach that level.
Like, yeah, I was trying to think the closest. Nightmare, maybe.
Nightmare and Ivy. Those are the two standouts to me. And like there are other characters that are like Killick is popular. But aesthetically, moveset wise, Killick is not a banger.
Right. No, I totally agree. It's not anything like.
But yeah, when you got the characters of all time, and like you got other 3D fighters too, like Tekken, Heihachi, Kazuya, like these are banger all timer characters.
Yeah, DOA, like Kasumi
Ayane, like yeah. Like and like recently in recent times, big outpouring of love for DOA due to the unfortunate passing of Tomonobu Itagaki, right?
Yeah.
Which fun story. I never really brought this up in public, so this will be like the world debut. I've never met him in person, but I played him once.
Really?
Yeah.
When was this?
Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate Days. There was a contest for a tournament. Mm-hmm. I think it was GameSpy. Can't remember 100. It might have been GameSpy. If I'm wrong on that, forgive me. But I won that tournament, and one of the prizes, it was like that, and like they're gonna send you a poster or something like that. It was like, but you could play against Itagaki.
Okay.
And
that's really. Who did you play as?
I played.
Remember? Okay.
Wait, no, it was Ultimate. I think I played Bayman because it was Ultimate.
Okay.
I'm struggling. It was Bayman or Leon, but because I can't remember which one he's in and which one he isn't in. because Leon's always a son. But Bayman and Leon are like 95% the same character. Anyways, I learned real quick he must have been playing from Japan. Because it's probably the single worst match of any fighting game I've ever played in my life.
Must have been crazy lag.
Lag is too soft a term. It was a slideshow, like
it's just unplayable, basically.
But yeah, so we did it. He played Kasumi. He always plays Kasumi. So, but yeah, it was just unplayable. It was neat. It was certainly cool. But yeah. So that's my Itagaki story.
Cool. Interesting. You know, I always assumed he would have played like Helena or something like that. Like he like loved.
Oh no!
Helena.
Of all the girls that are all his daughters, Kasumi is most his daughter.
Okay. Well, that's fair. She is the main girl. I would say my favorite, probably Ayane. Yeah, I gotta go with Ayane, honestly.
I have bought this Xbox only to capture footage for Dead or Alive 4. Because you cannot, well, you can emulate Dead or Alive 4. It just, there's a lot of issues. So I bought this to capture B-roll for one game, for one video. So don't say insane. I'm not dead. I remember, like, this is obviously bullshit. I remember someone called me like a content mill, and like, what? Like me? Like, are you? But like, who else is this dedicated to buy a whole system for one video? Because Lord knows I'm probably never gonna use this. Like, this is my Dead or Alive box. Like,
yeah, I mean, like the Xbox system. I mean, we talked about this also earlier. It's over. I mean, they just announced that new Halo game coming to the PS5.
Halo's coming to PlayStation. Console war is done. Like,
it's over.
To be real, it's realistically been done for a good long while. But like,
yes.
But now it is capital D, done.
Yeah, I mean, Microsoft truly fucked themselves over. I mean, I don't even know where necessarily it started, but the whole
in chasing Blizzard Game Pass money, they lost all their identity. Like, I think that's it.
Yeah, very true.
Because Game Pass, like, I wouldn't use Game Pass because the kind of games I like don't go on Game Pass, for one.
Yeah, agree.
Ain't no Street Fighter 6 on Game Pass. You know? And also, the kind of games I play that aren't fighting games are the big exclusive games. God of War, like I'm playing Ghost of Yotei right now, Horizon, like all that kind. And those are, well, they're PlayStation exclusives, obviously, but there's no more Xbox exclusives. Like screw Halo. Like, I could have played Halo on PC a million years ago, right? Anything I want from Xbox, I can play on PC. I can buy on Steam. Even Sony, like, Sony's in a position now where, like, eventually their stuff will come to PC. But like, when that new Egypt God of War game comes out, which still might be like 2 or 3 years away, I don't know, but you better believe I want to play that right away. I don't want to wait 2 years to play it on Steam when it's like already old news. I want to play that first thing, you know? Horizon Zero Dawn 3 comes out, I want to play that day one. I'm not waiting 2 years or 3 years to play it on Steam. So
yeah, no, I mean, that's totally fair. Like, they just didn't have, like, I play plenty of games and stuff like that, but even though I play pretty much every genre, pretty much, like, there was nothing on there was literally no reason for me to own an Xbox.
No, exactly, because like a Microsoft property I'd be very excited for. New Elder Scrolls, right? And a lot of people are going to be excited for New Elder Scrolls. And I can buy that day one on Steam. Hell, like, realistically now, too, with the way things are, I can probably buy that day one on PlayStation, too.
Yeah, you totally could.
Yeah. So, like, what's the value? Because if you buy a PlayStation over an Xbox, you're getting God of War, Horizon, Spider-Man, all these other things. Or if you want to spend a lot more money, you get a PC, well, then you get everything with delayed PlayStation exclusives.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I mean, some point Microsoft really just fucked themselves over, and yeah, I mean, console wars, they're over, baby. Yeah, that's just like PlayStation.
Yeah, specifically Halo of all fucking things, because like,
I know
Gears of War was like 2 months ago, came out for PlayStation, but that's not like the franchise, right? So yeah, Halo coming out on PlayStation.
That was a death row.
Yeah, it's just that we're done, game over.
Yeah, and I don't even really play Halo. I played like one Halo game, Halo Reach.
I played a lot of Halo, like,
yeah.
Halo 2 and 3, I played so much Xbox Live of those back in the day. Like I've put my time in the Xbox mines. But when it came to the console war, I was a console war realist. I backed the winner, right? So like I had a 360. I didn't have a PlayStation 3. The next generation came, you better believe I bought a PS4, not an Xbox. I saw where that was going, you know? And even if I somehow screwed up and got it wrong, the day Street Fighter V went PlayStation only, then I would have had to buy a PlayStation anyways. So
Right. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the whole reason I bought my current generation Xbox is mostly because first of all, I got a little bit of a discount on it. But second of all, I also was like, okay, well, with tariffs, all the prices are just going to shoot up. So I'm just going to buy it now.
Yeah, I kind of fucked up because I'm buying the more expensive Xbox and I have to rebuy all the Dead or Alives, right? Well, the ones I don't already own because like I have 5 and 6 on PlayStation. Apparently those are on sale last month, which doesn't do me any good now, but I gotta buy them. Whatever, I'll buy them for, like I said, I'm here to make the video. I didn't buy a new console to like, I at that point buying the games themselves, you know, that's a drop in the bucket compared to buying that fucking brick that's gonna be useless to me after I make the video.
You can always sell it if someone wants
I'll keep it because I can buy DOA 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I don't got to do emulation. As you make videos as well, I think you would agree. If you can just capture off a PC normally or console, it's a lot easier and more reliable than capturing off emulation.
Oh God, some emulations are just like so hard to capture off of. I just bang my head against
like that
the
video
wall.
for Soul Calibur 5 where I'm ripping on Soul Calibur. That took like almost 10 hours of tweaking to get that in a presentable state. And there's some clips in that video I didn't notice at the time, but you look in like the backgrounds of the stages and it's just like turned like artifact, like 1,000 colors and shit.
Yeah. Or like you're trying to map the control scheme to something that actually works on like a controller. You're like mapping to your computer, and it's like with the Wii controls, I'm like, I just can't get the motion controls to work. I'm fucked. Yeah, like, I can't play this game. Sorry.
I have PlayStation 5 Pro, right? Part of the reason I bought the Pro is because it has the bigger default hard drive, and then I have a very big add-on hard drive on top of that. Because I have just about every fighting game ever that PS4 can have, including like all those weird like Neo Geo Classic collections.
Oh yeah, those are fun. I have those too.
Like the ACA collections or whatever they're called. Because for me, every time it's some like I do what I do, right? If I need old footage, it's always easier to boot up the PlayStation and just capture from the PlayStation than or anything PC. Even like I can boot up Steam, right? I would always rather capture from PlayStation than Steam.
Yeah, I agree. And like I try not to do this, obviously, because it's always better to get your own footage. But like sometimes I've been unable to emulate a game, and I'm like, okay, I have to grab footage from YouTube from someone else.
Yeah, I try to avoid that as much as possible.
Yes, of course.
Like if I do it, then I'll do like a little, footage buy or like
right. You always like your footage buy. You give them credit, of course. Yeah.
But I try to avoid as much. I try to get my footage as much as possible. Either I do have like a specific hard drive. It's like just like a bunch of old like B-roll, arcade openers, or like insert coin attract modes of old games. So I can just go to that folder and like dump it into video if appropriate.
Yeah, you should have asked me for some DOA footage. I have a shit ton of DOA footage.
I'm sure you do. I need for this video, because DOA means a lot to me, right? I need hyper specific footage.
Okay.
Like,
to be fair, most of
B-roll is just not good enough.
Okay. My footage was all about the stages specifically.
I'll be talking a lot about the stages because DOA's got the best stages of all time, like as a fighting game franchise.
Amazing. I mean, like people, I feel like people forget that for whatever reason. Like they have some of the best stages in fighting games, in my opinion.
A lot of the FGCs too young to know. Like realistically, like
I would say I'm not that old. I mean, I'm not young, but I'm not that old. But
I have a very different fucking view. Like to be fair, like I have this weird view very few people get, but it's all your favorites. Daigo's in his Daigo's like fucking 4 years older than me. Justin turns 40 this year. Like, Max is 40. All your favorites are just like me. So just give us the benefit of the doubt when we say something, because we've been there for it, okay? Anyways,
I mean, you got new blood coming up now too. You know, like a lot of the newer players that we've
I know.
seen,
Like, oh man, this is just like my Roblox. Like, sure, buddy.
That's it. Hey, they will learn, right? They're getting educated. If they're watching your channel, I'm assuming they're at least watching some videos.
Because I do want to do it from like a historical value. Like, it's like I have that perspective, right? That's why a lot of people get mad every time I shit on Street Fighter 3. So I'm like, no, I was there for when that was a new game. Nobody liked it.
That's the word 3 at the top.
Yeah. Like, we have this perception now of like Third Strike. Admittedly, Third Strike is the best of the Street Fighter 3 games, right? But we have this like, this is some holy grail game. And like, no. Like, it came that somehow through like the Mandela effect, where people forgot how reality happened. But when Street Fighter 3 came out, it was like panned universally.
Yeah, or like something like MVC2, right?
Yeah.
People are like, oh, it's such a great game now.
Like, it's a cool game, but even at the time, we knew it was a dumb, broken game. Like, granted, like stuff like the tiers were very different. It took years for Sentinel to become like a great character, because like, you had to play such a different game with Sentinel versus like early top tier was Iceman.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Did
why?
He have like no chip damage? Or
because he doesn't take chip damage. So I was like, well, shit, and to be fair, chips are very real concern in Marvel too, right? So yeah, Iceman's great, and like, turns out maybe not as good as we initially thought, right? Like, but you know, even that happens in the modern day. Like,
yeah, but now they're able to patch it out. You know?
Yeah, well, that's the other thing too. Patch culture didn't exist back then. If we could have patched Marvel 2, trust me, people wouldn't have stood for what that game became. Y'all abandoned Nen Impact, okay? Don't think I won't forget that. Right? You wanted a modern, oh man, just like, you got it. And what did you do? You turned your back on it. You don't want a modern Marvel 2. You want the safe, sanitized version that'll be patched to your liking. So don't pretend otherwise.
They want a Fortnite of fighting games.
They do.
They want Soul Calibur 7.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I will say, so I finished Korra Season 1, and I know we're getting very off topic, but I finished Korra Season 1. And did I talk about this last week? I don't
think you finished Season 1 yet, no.
Okay, so I'm done with Season 1 now, and I will say, like, okay, so I think the plot was interesting. I think the villain, Amon, had a very good, compelling reason for doing what he did. But I will say, like, I don't think Korra is very likable as a character, and like Aang is great, and because Aang is a kid, you're willing to forgive him a lot more for his mistakes, and he's also a bit of a pacifist too, so it's like a very different situation. But I mean, I figure you're not supposed to like Korra that much at this point, and she's going to develop over time, and that'll be part of her character arc. But yeah, I just did not like the character whatsoever, and she kept doing stuff that made me like hit my head against the wall. And honestly, sometimes I was like, dude, this is hard for me to watch.
Well, see, the issue, Avatar: The Last Airbender is an all ages show that tells an all ages story, right? Korra is a young adult story. And I think that's where a lot of the friction comes from. And that, you know, they're bitchy and they make young adult choices, especially all the fucking relationship stuff too.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I've grown out of reading the young
That's the thing is, all ages, like, I'm 40 now. I can go back and watch Avatar. I'll have a fucking grand old time. I rewatch Korra, and I still like a lot of elements of Korra, but like, once you're not a young adult no more, you don't identify with YA fiction as much. Because you realize, you guys were kind of fucking dumb. Like,
yeah, I was like, Korra should make all these decisions. I'm like, oh, you're just like a fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
You're the Avatar. You're supposed to have this responsibility and this duty, and you've been learning all these elements since you were a child. And
her bad decision. You haven't seen nothing on Korra bad decisions yet. Let's put it that way.
Oh God, dude, season 2 might be real rough for me. I'll get to it at some
season
point.
Season 2 is my favorite. Most people, season 2 is their most hated season. It's my favorite season, but it's also because this is the season they lean the most into the 1920s aesthetic.
I mean, I feel like they've already done a lot of that.
Well, they go right into moving pictures.
Oh, okay.
So and they have a black and white hero, Nuktuk, hero of the South. And I'm a Water Tribe guy, so it's like the most Water Tribe focus of anything in the franchise. So,
well, I'll probably hold off on watching it, honestly, until we get more information about the Avatar fighting game, like more information about when it's going to come out. So I'll probably save it for then, just so it's a little bit more fresh in my mind. So I'm probably done watching it for now. But yeah, I don't hate Korra, but yeah, it was a little bit. The thing more rough than it.
I'll say this just for my piece on Korra, and then we'll go right into the podcast part of the podcast. Korra, I initially was like spellbound. I loved the initial setup of benders versus not benders class warfare. Found that fascinating. Loved it, right? And Amon, being a bender, completely cut the fucking legs out of the whole premise to begin with. Because, like, there never really was a class struggle to begin with. And it's never brought up ever again.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know, well, spoiler, but you've already been listening, so it's already a spoiler. But, like, yeah, I was not expecting him to die at the end. Like, they kind of just, like, blew him up and his brother up. And I was like, okay.
I'm very happy there was a bloodbender villain, because bloodbending is one of the coolest aspects of Korra. Mm-hmm. And the wrestling brain part of me got really mad that Aang only beat his father or whatever. Or was it grandfather? I can't remember father. But Aang only beat him because he could use Avatar State. And Avatar State just magically lets you not get bloodbended.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you lost, but you just Avatar and you just win. Sure, whatever. That pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think it's good there is a bloodbender character, and a bloodbender character is great for like a politicking, literal politician, right? Mm-hmm. But the fact the dude was just a bender, like they should have been two different characters.
Yeah, no, it does kind of undercut the whole like class warfare thing, where basically it's like, oh no, this dude just wanted power.
Yeah.
He just wanted power for the sake of wanting power, you know?
Because like class warfare stuff is stuff I thought about in the original, but like it's just such a different world. We don't got time for that, right? Mm-hmm. Like when you're a medieval peasant and you're worried about getting food on your plate, it's a different kind of class consciousness versus like everything's mechanized. We're working at the factory now and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it just bugged me. I was just very disappointed. And it always stuck with me.
In that sense, we're both kind of on the same page of like season 1, not the best, especially.
We got some comments like early on when you start watching. Like I'm like, well, Korra, and people are like, what do you mean you don't like Korra the most? I'm like, I think most people prefer Aang. Like,
especially watching them back to back, like it was very stark, the contrast between their two characters.
Like, and hey, that new magic set that's coming out, that's mostly Aang, buddy. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah,
that fighting game is everyone so far is Aang, and then one Korra, who is literally Korra.
Right. Yeah. Are they going to add in the other like Mako, Bolin, like Asami?
Well, I see before you get to like Mako, and Bolin, all that. There's 20 Last Airbender characters I'd pick before them, right? Like Combustion Man. Combustion Man's higher on the list than Mako and Bolin are.
That's fair.
And to be fair, like Lin Beifong or Tenzin, I think those are legitimate picks. Because at bare minimum, like you don't have many other airbenders, and you're not far enough in Korra for the other airbender who actually would be a good choice and is a credit to Korra.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love Lin Beifong. She's so cool.
She's really cool.
And then you can do it like you keep Toph Prime, and then you have her as the metal bender. Because granted, you could also have Boomy as a metal bender.
Yes.
But I don't know. That's too much speculation. There'll be videos about it on the channel, I'm sure, as we get more to it.
We will definitely find out. But yeah, anyways, all to say, I will watch season 2 at some later point, and we'll continue to have the discussion because apparently people really want to hear us talk about Avatar for whatever reason.
Well, we'll see there. And I haven't watched Avatar in I think we talked about that, like 7 or 8 years or 9 years. So like, sure, I've watched it, but like it's been a hot minute. So like at bare minimum, regardless of any potential, like before the game comes out, I would absolutely rewatch it regardless. So
that's fair. Yeah, it even for me, like I actually had never seen the full series all the way through. Like I'd watched episodes here and there on actually Nickelodeon, but I had never seen the full thing from beginning to end. Like I saw the last episode, obviously the first episode, a lot of episodes in between. But yeah, sitting down and actually watching it fully, I was like, oh, like this is such a complete experience, and I understand the hype around it and why people love it so much.
It's yes, if you look at it on its face, it's a kid show, but it's truly an all ages show.
Oh my god, yeah, everything Uncle Iroh said, I'm like, Uncle, yes. Like this is so relevant even to today's time. Like
exactly. We get the fighting game and we need the line. We need the line. Prince Zuko, you're only minus if you're a bitch.
Oh my god, that would be a fucking crazy ass line.
Yeah. We just need Uncle Iroh as like your FGC advisor, and you just have him and like only him, and he's like you go into tutorial mode or whatever, and he's just giving you all this like hyper FGC specific terminology, but he's teaching you as Prince Zuko. So Prince Zuko, here's how you fuzzy guard, like.
Or he could be one of those commentators that they have in Street Fighter 6 too.
Exactly. Like that would be a good use for it, actually. Like,
right? Be like, Prince Zuko, you need to block more.
Yeah.
You need to block more, and the reason you're blocking so much is because you're defensive and because you don't see. Like I don't know, I'm like making up shit, but you know something along.
The reason Zuko Azula is stronger than you is because she's willing to mash DP through strings.
She's got those one frame links on lock.
Oh, if anyone was like the highly technical, like electric wind god fist character, it should be Azula for sure.
Oh, 100%. Oh man, if she had like a wind god fist, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, she like fire uppercut, and then if you wind god fist it, you blue fire uppercut, right?
Oh,
that shit writes itself. Get me on the team. Like,
hey man, you have many a good idea. You have many a good idea. Even just the ones we talk about like off the cuff of just like randomly when we're chit chatting. I'm like, damn, that would be a really good idea. Like that thumbnail, like pretty genius.
Yeah. Like I ain't here to clickbait you, but like I'm not an artist. I can't draw a good thumbnail, so I have to use tools to like what I know exists to draw your eyeball.
Well,
and thankfully, as a fighting game player, fighting games provide enough pretty ladies that it makes my job pretty easy.
I was gonna say, it's not about the amount of effort that goes into the thumbnail. It's about how effective it is.
Exactly.
You don't need to draw a whole thumbnail to be effective. As a matter of fact, it's probably better. Okay, I don't want to say it's better if you don't draw it, but people see simple things, they click on simple things. If it's overly complicated,
well, like half the fucking videos, it's like
not gonna...
it's like some drama video, and it's like some guy's face, like on one side, and it's like career over on the other side. 400,000 views, right? Like, you really like. I appreciate the people who like pay artists to make unique thumbnails, but you really don't. You can really get pretty basic.
Yeah, just don't go down the route of using AI thumbnails.
No. AI, because you can tell, like, it just looks bad.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, we talked about this last week, but the YouTube AI generated thumbnails.
And I've seen a lot of people in the FGC, like, they're using their channels to, like, see what they're getting. And it's, like, total shit show. Like, it doesn't understand at all.
Yeah, no. I saw a couple of similar titles on my... because I clicked at the top because I was just curious, and I didn't post about it, but I was like, oh, this is not what I wanted whatsoever. But also, like, I'm also the type of person that doesn't really... I don't want to say it doesn't put a lot of thought or time into my thumbnails and titles, but I prefer to keep it simple, right? Just like keep it as the title, no embellishment, no, you won't believe this happened when I did this, or
the worst like I'll do is if you phrase your title as a question, that can help a lot. Because then it engages the mind. We're like, wait a second, I know the answer to that, and then they'll click. Or maybe I don't know the answer to that, and they'll click. But yeah, I never actually do clickbait, because like there's no winning. Like the most I ever clickbaited is like recently.
I mean, even if you clickbait it, as long as like clickbait implies that what you're talking about is not relevant to the title.
Exactly, yeah. Video, like what I'm saying is not actually in the video. So I said, why is this 30-year-old fighting game getting a $100,000 tournament? It's actually 29 years old. It's not 30. But 30 just sounds better in the title, right? Like,
I'm entering that tournament.
yeah, you're in that tournament. Like,
and,
you know, we're not going to throw nobody under the bus here, but you've been beating up some big names.
Well, okay. So like, I'm not expecting to really go that far. I literally
You might
just
get in the money
entered for
though. Like,
fun.
you don't got to go far to get in the money.
I think if you get like 20th place or something,
You can get like
you
up to
win, like,
40th and still get like
2,000.
$200.
Yeah, I mean, we'll
Who are you
see.
playing?
There's really not that many people, and probably either Kasumi or Lenny. I haven't decided
Yeah.
yet.
Those are the two picks. So yeah, those are the two ones.
So, but yeah, it is like a very weird game to get, because like, you know, I'm
It's a
playing Tekken
weird
right now
fucking
too,
game. It's not like
I'm
anything
entering
else.
Tekken as well. No, it's really not like anything else, and it's like the taunt canceling to like reduce their special meter.
Well, that's an AOF
like,
thing in general, but yeah.
yes, but like you can like taunt cancel and then get like the what is it called, like the follow up punch, right, while they're laying on the ground.
Yeah, it has
right?
Darkstalker's Pursuits.
Yeah, you can do a pursuit attack, and I'm like, why is there so much time when this person is on the ground?
Yeah, it's a weird game. It's a really,
It's a
I don't
really
know
weird
for
game.
sure, so do not take this with any factual base. I have had an understanding that a certain crown prince, this might have been his favorite game growing up.
Oh, yeah.
So this is
no
why
doubt.
this game is getting the specific $100,000 tournament.
Yeah, I would definitely believe that. I don't see otherwise why I would be getting this special tournament.
Because there's really
otherwise,
not this game of all the games, right? Like,
no, it's crazy, because I was also trying to look for like resources online as to how to, you know, like for like tech for your character or combos, and it's like there's really nothing online.
There's
it's
very
like,
that's why when I made that video, I tried to like explain some of the weirder things, because like you're not gonna find this nowhere else, you know. Like if you didn't already know, who would tell you? Like,
right. So I was under the impression that you could do like you could do the super, right, when their rage meter is up, and it would like you would win both rounds.
So if you hit someone with your desperation attack and they have, I can't remember if it's 8 or 9% left. It's not 10, but it's 8 or 9% health left. You auto win the whole set.
Okay, maybe that's what was going wrong, because I was landing the desperation attack, and then for whatever reason I was like, okay, but like I'm not winning the whole match.
It has to be 8 or 9% or less health.
Oh, okay. Let alone the round. I was like,
yeah,
well,
you just win everything.
Obviously nothing.
Like you can win you could be down a round. Like they have 1 round, you have 0. If you win with the ultimate finish, you just win.
That's crazy. And it's like they have such different inputs for each character. I forget the guy's name, but like the ninja dude, it's like something dumb easy, like down triangle.
Yeah, some are easy and some have like, you know, SNK Ranbu inputs. To be fair, Ranbu comes from Art of Fighting, so
right, but it's like really hard for me to execute, honestly. Like so anyways, all to say, I've been learning the game. I am practicing the game. We'll see how far I go. I'm literally just looking to enter and have a good time. And I'll be doing that and Tekken, which I've been also playing a lot of Tekken 8 as well. So
okay, so now that all said here, let's get to the Gon With The Wind part of Gon With The Wind. So we left off here. We're now on episode 88, and we're going through episodes through 92. We're on the Chimera Ant arc, and we're gonna be here for a hot minute. But in these particular episodes, stuff's getting bad. Like stuff was already bad, right? What does NGL stand for again? Non-governmental something, or
I don't even remember anymore.
Like the NGL is not specifically a country, like a national country by itself, right? With its own government officially, because it's all like Luddites and like Amish people or whatever. But the area of the NGL at this point is done. But the problem is now the bordering countries, because it wasn't dealt with in a fast enough manner, or might have to start dealing with this Chimera Ant problem.
Right, exactly, because and obviously we'll get into this in this episodes, but you see them going off and doing their own thing, and now the king is
We
finally
have a
been
king
born.
now.
Right, we have the big bad. So now all of the pieces, all the players are basically on the board, for lack of better word
Yeah,
terminology.
we basically, I think everyone who's in the fighting game has now been shown.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, I think you're right. Maybe you can bring up a picture though,
Yeah,
just
that's
so I can verify. But I think you're right. Yeah,
I think
mirror.
I'm
I
right, but
think
I
that's the
also
last shot.
I'm known to be wrong. So since I'm already on my YouTube page,
What,
I'm just
fact
gonna
checking?
go to my video. Let's see. So Miroem, the chairman, Hisoka, Bomber. I'm already forgetting your name. You're not the most memorable
Get
character.
through.
He wasn't the most memorable character. Smokey McSmoker.
Morale.
Man, Leorio's just disappeared from the show, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, he'll be in the next arc. You'll see him.
Kurapika, Razor, Kite, Gon, Killua, Bisky, Krollo, Uvogin, the I'm forgetting her name. The healer
Poppy.
lady, Nen Stitching, and guy what has the umbrella.
Oh god, lay. Oh my god,
Oh wait,
I'm
I literally have timestamps. Phaeton, there we go. I literally have timestamps because I'm good like that. Oh, there you go. Umbrella may cry. That's what I wrote. That's my.
That's funny.
See, I always got to write something like snappy, right? Like, oh man, this 40-year-old's still with it. Oh yeah,
Wait,
see, that's a spoiler. We're still not here yet. I know he does this.
Yes, that is a spoiler. But
for audio listeners, it's when he turns big and adult.
I feel like that's been spoiled so many times, though, at this point.
Killua, young edgelord. See, man, did I nail? Okay, let's look at this. Did I nail it? Because I did this before I watched any of the show. So Killua, young edgelord, got that in one.
Okay.
Gon, plucky protagonist. Yeah, okay, I think I got that.
I like the alliteration here too.
Leorio. Younger than he. Okay, I think we're in the first few episodes when I made this because I knew that. Leorio is definitely younger than he looks.
Yes, I think he's a teenager.
Kurapika. Jealous eyes. Yeah, I just knew the eyes. I didn't know much else.
Okay.
See, now I have this context of this is the stage where he had the fated battle against Uvogin in the canyon.
Yes.
Look at that. Look back on the past here. Hisoka. Wait, did I not
in the Heavens Arena?
Did I forget to? Did I make an editing error here? I might have. Sometimes when I make the choose a main guides, I'm so fucking tired. I've probably been up for like 2 days straight, no sleep. And like, if there's ever gonna, okay, not here.
Oh no, wait! Don't ask his type.
Okay, I knew the memes.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, usually if there's ever an editing error in any of these videos, it's always these ones because I'm so tired when I make these. Chairman, the chairman. Yeah, that's all I knew.
The chairman. All right, fair enough. To the point.
Phaeton's umbrella may cry because he's definitely like a Dante kind of character.
Yeah, he definitely has that vibe.
Dark Bisky. Oh yeah, because she's Dark Phoenix. And apparently Bisky's not even top tier. Uvogin's #1 right now. And she has like a touch of death anywhere on screen from Crouch Light that's meter positive. And that doesn't count as top tier in this game. Like granted, you have to spend meter to get big. And by the way, there's a scene coming up in these episodes where you see Big Bisky again. And like, she's so fucking cool. And it's obvious she's incredibly strong to the point where like, why is she not dealing with the ants? Like at this point, if you told me, not the chairman, but the other two guys, I would not believe you if you told me they're stronger than her. Like I could believe maybe they're as strong as her, but like she's repeatedly shown to be like just on another level, right? Like, like not as strong as the chairman. I'll believe he's the best, right? But like, where is her in all this? She should be called in.
I don't know. And she shows up like they bring her up with such like a weird excuse where it's like, a palm read your mind or something like that. She like through her Nen abilities, and then she knows that to call Bisky. And I'm like, what? What? What kind of excuse? I mean, I get that it's just an excuse to bring her in.
Yeah.
But I was like,
I didn't know the lore here because I wrote volleyball, not dodgeball.
I mean, he literally spikes the volley.
He spikes it like volleyball. He's wearing a volleyball.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a dodgeball outfit. A dodgeball outfit is wearing jogger pants and a Metallica shirt. You know, like that's a volleyball outfit.
Well, I mean, I've watched the old film Dodgeball, the one
that is not necessarily the truest to life movie.
They got like the sweatbands and like the jerseys. I just think
what do I put for Genthru? Explode. Okay, fair enough.
Explode. Okay.
See, right around here. So this is the second. I make the videos in sequential order, like as they're done, right? So at this point, I would have been up for over 24 hours. So I'm assuming I'm going to get a lot less funny. I'm going to get a lot less witty at this point. Because I had nothing for Genthru.
I mean, to be fair, he's not exactly a three-dimensional character.
Yeah, Uwin, big boy. Yeah, I think this is where I'm like, sleep deprivation's really hitting me. Because kite, guns. Yeah, okay. I was probably done at this point. I probably was like 3 or 4 monsters in. Like, I do remember. Okay, Inside Baseball. I remember recording this for Kite, and we started the show because of this game. So I'm not here to badmouth this game. This is maybe not the most balanced fighting game of all time, right? And in the course of just making this video, and I'm just inventing shit for this video, right? I came up with an actual TOD, like just apropos of nothing. I did this to show off a combo route, and I just went through it naturally, and it turned out to be a touch of death.
That's so fucking funny.
Like, right, this is a touch of death combo.
There it goes. What? You could just keep doing that over and over again?
And like, I came back to this later. I could have got 2 more reps of that kick.
What? Is he top tier?
No, apparently Uvogan is the best character, so. And like, there's no, I didn't use any assists. There was no setup, right? I started with his zoning projectile, so it's not like some magical crystal science scenario. But yeah, so I just invented a random TOD for this video, and like, yeah, this isn't the best balance game, basically. Oh no, we got an ad. Well, good thing this ad supports me, so I'm literally supporting myself by doing this. City TV. Oh, this is Canadian content ad. You guys don't get City TV.
What the hell is that? I was like, what is City TV? I've never heard of it.
It's Channel 12. City TV. You know, Channel 12. Come on. Ontario crew, you know what's up.
I don't even remember what used to be on Channel 12 on my local news show or television channel. I know Channel 41 used to be the Weather Channel. 33, 32, and 34 were like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon.
Yeah, it's such a local thing because like every local area has their own different, like if I said channel is 51 or 52 is Teletoon, like Southeastern Ontario viewers, of which was like 4 maybe, but like, oh yeah, 51 or 52, that was Teletoon. And like, that doesn't mean nothing to the rest of the planet. Like,
that's fair. I moved around so much as a kid. I don't even remember which one of the places I lived that like those were the channels. Like, I don't remember if it was like Rhode Island or New York or like Ohio. Like I don't remember.
You're in my boat here. You're trying to say, well, I'm not that old. You're talking channels, old lady. What are those? I don't know what that is.
Okay, I'm not that. I am old enough to be a millennial, is what I will say.
The kids growing up, they won't even know what that is. Like, oh, you mean like a YouTube channel? That's going to be their context.
Yeah, that hurts, man. That hurts right there. I'm still old enough to remember that when I needed to use the internet, I couldn't make a phone call at the same time.
Yeah, there you go. So that's millennial enough. I'm still a millennial. I'm borderline, but I'm still a millennial too. Crow, the leader of the bunch.
On the other side.
Moral, hitting the... Okay, that one's not bad. Hitting the pipe. I just went off his look. And just went off his look. That's something that...
I mean, bro's token up. Yeah. He's smoking that pipe.
Meruem, we have Cell at home. Sorry, Hunter fans. I really could only look at this guy as just he's Cell.
I mean, like, literally in the show, they're, like, doing the instant transmission moves when they're fighting sometimes. It's just
I have it in my notes. All of a sudden, randomly out of nowhere, they had the most Dragon Ball fight in the history of the show, where they're instant transmissioning each other. And, like, why is there a Dragon Ball fight happening now?
I don't know, but it was freaking awesome.
Like, it was cool. I like Knuckle a lot now. Like, he's already one of my favorite characters. Especially because Kurapika just disappeared, right? So,
well, Knuckles says some very interesting things at one point, which we will talk about.
No, we'll talk about. So that's our lead in. So now this is the actual episodes here. So episode 88, Rock, Paper, Scissors, and Weakness. So it's why did I write this? Oh, okay. Sometimes I don't understand. Okay, but we opened the episode and they just had their most recent fight against Knuckle and they lost because they've been losing against him for a bit. And we're introduced to the other guy, yeah, Knuckles' partner, which too early to get into at this point. Well, not too early, but like the guy's name's McMahon, Shooter McMahon. And I didn't hear the shooter part first, right? So all I heard is McMahon. And if you're like me, and you got wrestling brain.
Is this a wrestling reference? Okay, I was about to say.
Well, there's a mildly famous guy you might have heard of called Vince McMahon.
Yes, of course.
So for all his other, I only see this guy as like a Vince McMahon stand-in, which is not to his credit. Vince is not a great person.
No, he's the owner of WWE.
Not anymore. Not since the ongoing sex trafficking lawsuit.
Oh.
Where he sold his rights to the UFC owners.
Okay.
But he's the guy who put, well, oh God, we don't want to get too much from wrestling. Because, people's like, well, he put wrestling on the map. No, he didn't. Not at all. But he put what modern wrestling is on the map.
Okay.
Because he was smart enough to steal Hulk Hogan from someone else and put him on TV. That's basically it. Because Hulk Hogan was already Hulk Hogan and he was already famous. But he was only famous in the American Northeast, not the world.
Right.
And so Vince's idea was, let's take him from the American Northeast, the AWA, and let's just put him in front of the world. And okay, now we just made millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, they made him to a star. Okay, yeah, interesting.
He didn't make Hulk Hogan, but Hulk Hogan made him. And a lot of people tend to forget that. But he was smart enough to realize this guy's the money. And this regional act he's doing is too big to be a regional act. And Hogan, the regional act guy, was really fucking stupid. Because the regional act guy is like, why are you doing movies like Rocky and not wrestling? Because Rocky's a big fucking deal. And also, old Verdun Gagne, his name's Gagne, but we call him Gagne in the biz to make a joke, because Americans can't pronounce French names. Old Vern Gagne, he's like, well, Hogan, you're Hulk Hogan, but Hulkamania, that's sort of my thing, isn't it? Like, no one would know it if you weren't on my show. So I should get 100% of all your t-shirt sales. And Hulk's like, how about you go fuck yourself and I'll go to Vince McMahon. And then history was made. So there you go. That's our wrestling minute. Speaking of Chim's research, so the character's name is McMahon. That's what we already got. 3 layers deep. Fucking detoured already.
We literally got one sentence into this next episode.
Yeah, we got one sentence in. But McMahon, Shooter McMahon, he's a lot like Knuckle. He's a softie. Because he's like sort of like an assassin-y kind of guy. But it's like, all right, it's time to take out Killua. But it's like, well, I can't shoot a kid in the back, right? And it's like, these kids are trying their best. Like, he's already getting like emotional about it. Like, so Knuckle and this guy, they're softies. And then I can't remember the context. I think it's Bisky talking, but like they talk about Knuckle. It's like, yeah, Knuckle's probably as strong as Kite. So like he's actually like really strong, but they mention he's a little weak in that he is a softie. He can't, and this will come up. Like he doesn't have the killer edge to just win.
Right.
He will give you every chance in the book, basically.
Right. Again, send in Bisky. She's willing to beat the shit
Bisky definitely doesn't have the softie problem, right?
No, she does not.
She's beating children, then reading her boys' loves book. Like, she's... She's like a wine mom. She don't got that issue. But yeah, and they keep going back. Kite loves the animals. Kite loves the animals, right? But the kids are improving while they're fighting Kite. They're doing better each time. And I can't remember her name, but the Junji Ito girl, as we went over. Yeah, she's still sharpening that butcher's knife. She's still a little unadjusted, right? But she's also got the Hisoka problem. Because Gon busts out like the pinky promise again with her. And like she basically takes that as like a marriage proposal, effectively. Because like her heart explodes.
Yeah, she's very infatuated with Gon. I really hope she's like not an adult. Like Hisoka is clearly
we do have the Leorio precedent, right? So as far as we know, she could be 14 or something like.
I don't think they're ever really super explicit with ages a lot of the times in this, but I sure hope not. But she's a good cook. She cooked them a whole ass meal.
She did. And apparently the meal is pretty good, but it makes me wonder if she's one of those like, well, actually in the NGL, the age of consent is, like.
Oh, no.
She just just by chance happens to know the age of consent laws in all the countries in Hunter x Hunter, like one of those kind of people. Because she's definitely a fan of Gon.
She doesn't discriminate because she likes her master or whatever, I'm assuming.
Yeah, she's maybe she just loves to love, right?
That's right, just like Hisoka, he loves to love.
Loves to love. And partway through here, we cut back to the ants. Mm-hmm. And I wrote nothing else here other than there's a chicken ant. And like...
I don't remember this.
He's on screen for maybe 2 seconds. But if we've learned anything at this point, I hyperfixate on the most minute details. So there's just a chicken ant. Like, sure.
Yeah, I think this is the point where they're just like throwing a bunch of like random like jobbers against like
I don't know where the manga ran, but like I'm assuming like Shonen Jump or something, right? And it's like design your own Chimera Ant, male to, like, and then people just make their own designs and get into the comic or something, right? There's a chicken ant, but they cut back, and then the other two guys, Cool Shade Smoker dude, and the other guy.
Morel and oh god, what's
you see? I told you that guy sucks. You're not even you're better at this. I mean, you're not remembering his name. That guy sucks.
What's his name?
Okay, so Morel and guy who sucks.
Yes.
And they're talking about the chairman, and the chairman's like, we're all roughly on par with each other, right? That's what he said originally. Mm-hmm. But they're like, yeah, the chairman's like, he's underselling it a bit. He's definitely a lot stronger than we are. So then we readjust the power scalar totem pole because we had Neko Arc as the new top with like chairman and them just below. But then chairman's a bit too, he's a little modest, right? And then he's probably scaled above Neferpitou. But don't worry. We're going to keep power scaling above everyone again and again and again because the king's going to come into this. At some point, they cut back to the ants, and they're just like, those damn humans. And I just found that very funny.
Everything's going according to plan, like the hunter's plan. They're killing all these ants.
Yeah, there's the pretty boy musical ant, or rather, the pretty boy royal guard ant, who's like this, like, Bishojo, Bishonen, or whatever the term is.
Yeah, he's poof. Shia poof.
Like, he's like Rose of Versailles pretty guy. Because he has beautiful butterfly wings too, not just regular wings.
Yeah, they're like rainbow, and he plays the violin.
Yeah, and he's just playing the violin, which wherever they got that, I don't know, but whatever, he's playing the violin. And then the new royal guard is being born. And here's where I noticed something, and I didn't notice it. Like, I'm sure it was there before. I didn't notice it before. But there's just a shot of Neferpitou. And Neferpitou has, like, Pinocchio legs.
Yeah, her knees have the joints on.
Yeah, it's like an action figure's legs. Mm-hmm. Which is a weird biological trait to have. I know these guys are just designed by throwing darts at a dartboard at this point, but I just noticed they had like the action figure has 8 points of articulation, right? It just has action figure legs.
Yeah. No, I mean, she has some, like, Nen abilities that kind of, like,
She has a
I don't
good
know, like,
jump.
refer to that kind of
Okay,
tall
this is going to prove
tallness.
my point. So remember, this is where Yuppie is born.
Yeah, I don't know what he's supposed to be.
He's like jacked steroid guy, basically, right? Like, and last time I went a little bit of a tangent about some CanCon, Canadian content, about Quebecois culture, about how Yuppie means something very different to me.
Okay.
And I want to thank Google image search for agreeing with me as hard as it fucking could. So I just typed in Yuppie, which is the name of the character, and I'm using the character's correct spelling. Yuppie, the Quebec version, has 2 P's. However, and I'm getting a little spoiler for this guy's powers later, I guess, but we can clearly see, clear as day here, even when I spell his name correctly, the second thing you're going to get is the Expos mascot, right? Like,
that's funny.
So this is why I was trying to impart upon you how distressed I was when I found out this guy's name was Yuppie. Because growing up in Quebec, like that means something to me, right? So, and like, spoiler for whatever this is, because I have not seen this yet, unfortunately. Like, I guess it'll happen, but yeah. So, Yuppie, Chimera Ant Royal Guard, or beloved Canadian mascot. You make the call.
They're just 2 funny little guys.
Yeah. Also, that gritty loser, whatever the fuck his name is.
What?
This guy.
Oh, God.
Poor man's Yuppie. Sorry if this is how you found out. Philly fans, you love Philly culture. If this is how you, because Yuppie's proudly woke and all that. You know, Yuppie is class conscious, or Gritty's class conscious rather. Yuppie's a little snooty. He's a little upper class. Gritty's definitely more the everyman.
He just looks like a Muppet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but Gritty is the poor man's Yuppie. Yuppie was the original. So if it took this podcast for you guys to find out, I'm sorry, but
Yuppie's kind of cute though.
He's cute.
Like he's kind of cute and adorable. Like I can see myself having a plushie of him. You know, Gritty. It just like if he stared at me with those like black beady eyes, I'd like chuck that out the window.
Well, like Gritty. To be fair, Gritty has a grittier edge. Capitalism makes monsters of us all. Sometimes monstrous, always anti-fascist. Like Gritty says, punch a Nazi.
Has a message. Gritty standing behind some cool messages.
Oh my god, the urge to destroy is a creative urge. So yeah, fucking. So Gritty,
kind of funny.
He took a different route in life than Yuppie did, right?
He's not very PG.
Yeah.
He's not PG enough for the kids.
But anyway, so Yuppie is born to be said, right?
Yes.
I wrote here Yuppie. Oh, the Blue Jays. I don't know if today's the game or not, but the Blue Jays are in the World Series right now. And because a lot of people are asking me, I'm like, baseball, right? Mm-hmm. But the Blue Jays aren't the Expos. I don't care. Like, that's Toronto's team. You know, it's cool. Toronto still has a team. We don't know more. The team I grew up with fucking died. That's cool. Twice. Mm-hmm. The Nordiques became Colorado, and now they're selling retro Nordiques jerseys the other day. Go fuck yourself. You took our team. Like, the teams I grew up loving are gone, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And it's very frustrating, right? Anyways, we cut back to Knuckle fighting Gon. And this is where we have our strangely Dragon Ball fight. Because they're
with the instant transmission.
They're literally doing, like, I know other shows have done it since, but like the whole I'm here, no, I'm behind you. Dragon Ball did that first, right? And they're just doing that nonstop.
I think maybe I hate to say it, but maybe they just didn't want to animate like the punching animations and things like that. because they've cut corners before with the animation with the show.
Well, we talked about episodes where like I thought this was a recap episode. Like that's how much they're reusing animation, and like no, we're just telling the plot just in a way that doesn't cost us any money, right? Like,
right.
But yeah, they're just having some Dragon Ball fights, and then Knuckle drops a bomb. It's so dumb because we'll get to the next episode, but like a bomb. I was like, "Your big move, Jaja Ken, right? It's flawed." And like, what?
Right.
What do you mean? There's a weakness to my move? And I'm like, well, do you mean like he has to stand in place and charge it for? Like, because that's obviously the fucking weakness. Like a literal child could tell that. Like, and then they have to explain next. So it's like that your move with a big windup is somehow no shit. It's a weakness. Like, but they have to explain it anyways. And then we have this weird
fighting terminology because he's like, oh, it takes too long to start up. And he's like, oh, okay, so your startup frames are too long.
Yeah. And to be fair, in the game, it's armored. So, like, that's how they get around it. He can tank a hit while doing it, right? But yeah, then we have this specific ending. And, like, it's an ending they've never done before. At least in these episodes, they've never done since. And they have this Cowboy Bebop kind of ending.
Yeah, everyone has their own square.
Everyone has their own square, and they're all colored like Cowboy Bebop colors, like, you know, reds and blues and stuff. And like, and granted, this is the 2011 anime and the manga. The manga would have been out like right after Bebop would have aired. And like, is this like a little callback? I don't know, but then, like, I just watched this, like, you've never done this before. This might be the only time you ever do it. And it's just really weird that they have this ending.
Yeah, sometimes they like experiment with their animation because other times they've done like really like dreamy type of, or like they'll do like characters which are clearly taken from other different artistic styles, and so they just throw whatever they want.
They do have a different. They have a very anime moment later when Killua is fighting Bisky, and they just have him like shown beat up in like in a very anime way, and I found that quite endearing.
Big
yeah.
Stuff.
But yeah, that's basically, this is very much like a setup episode, right? So Knuckle and they're still trying to get the piece from Knuckle. The ants are up to no good. And that basically leads us to episode 89, Compassion and Strength, if we can take that from you.
Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, and what I will say, okay, wait, I'll talk about it once we get to that point. But what I will say is like, okay, they're putting a lot of like build up into like the Gon versus Knuckle fight, and like they're making a big deal. But then the way they resolve the fight is that they don't show the end of the fight.
Yeah,
anyway.
They did that to double bluff you, to be fair. Because well, it's not like a spoiler, because like if you're watching this episode, you probably already know, but like they double bluff it because it makes it look like Gon finally won with the dramatic hit, and no, he loses.
Right.
He's a loser. Knuckles better. Like, make this a Knuckle show. Let's give us a real character from this point on, right? And it made me think a lot less than Gon, because he has a big fucking pity party too afterwards. Because like he thinks he's owed the win. And like, no. And like, it's been clear from the start too. Like, well, I guess we'll cover it, but like, Knuckles has been like giving you every advantage for the longest time. You were never in his league. And he tried to let you win, basically. And he still couldn't. That's how far beyond he was compared to you.
Yeah. So clearly Gon still has a lot to learn.
Yeah.
Which he doesn't really learn his lessons very well, honestly, clearly, as he's been struggling to do throughout this entire series. But yes, so moving on to the next episode, 89. What's the title? I never write down
Compassion and Strength.
Compassion and Strength. Okay, so it immediately takes place after the previous episode.
Yeah, it's just like
where
direct lead in. Yeah.
Like they tell you what the weakness is, which is the startup is too long, and then when you focus the aura into your fist, then you have less aura to protect your other body parts, right? So basically, like, you know, you overextend.
He's basically like, hey, while you're literally standing still, what if I hit you? And Gon's like, holy shit, you can do that? like
I can't believe I never thought about that.
Once again, in the fighting game, at least they give him super armor. So like, sure, but like,
so compensates, yeah, but not in the anime, I guess. But basically, so Knuckles he's basically totally outclassing Gon at this point.
I do want to stress one moment here. They come to name because it's a Jaw John Ken, and it turns out the name's literally he just stuttered.
Oh yeah,
like he just tripped over his words, and then Knuckles like that's beautiful.
He's so encouraging.
I like him. I like him a lot. Like this is in the absence of Kurapika being kicked off the show because Gon's a spotlight hog. He might be my new favorite character now.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I approve of Knuckle. Like all the cute, I think I said this last episode, but all the cute dogs that just keeping
anyone who's a friend of animals is like, I'm a very animal based person. Dog raising family. I've worked with a lot of animal shelters over the years. So if you're a friend of animals, you're a friend of mine.
Yes. So Knuckles a very good dude. Gon maybe a little bit less so, honestly, but he's also a kid, so benefit of doubt a little bit. Maybe he'll grow out of it.
Yeah, maybe. Like Knuckle, maybe too is discredit too much of a fan of the animals because he'll treat genocidal ants the same as puppies.
Oh yeah,
we'll get to that later.
Yeah. We'll get into that. He made a very weird comment that all of us were just like, huh? We're like raising our eyebrows. But yeah, so basically Knuckle, he's beating up Gon, and he can tell where Gon is going to use his Nen based on the flow of it, I guess. And so, Gon's like, tells Knuckle, hey, fight me seriously, like fight to kill. Stop teaching me. Like, I want to fight you head to head. And clearly Gon's not really able to be at his level.
They do say his aura is a mid-ranking pro. So at this point then, going by what we've learned, that would say basically Gon's at the level now of Ra's al Ghul from the Greed Island arc. Because he was also like a mid-ranking pro.
Oh, Tezgera, yeah.
Tezgera, yeah.
I was like, who? I had to think about it for a second. But yeah, so Gon is still very impressive in his own right. But
and like he was definitely portrayed as that guy's strong, right? But like we're just now in the era of like we're a whole nether level of power.
The power just keeps on scaling. Like we're going from like fucking Piccolo all the way up to like Frieza and Cell.
Exactly.
And shit.
Well, we need the Daizenshu, and like his power level is now 139,100,000. Blah 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 blah. Like all the Dragon Ball stuff.
Yeah, it's way over 9,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, Gon and Knuckle are fighting. There's like a cute little baseball animation where basically they show like Knuckle using Gon's move to bait him out and make him overextend or something like that, which made me feel like, oh yeah, this is like really like a fighting game, like they're like putting in terms of fighting games where it's like, okay, you're overextending yourself, you did a risky move, and now you're being punished.
they do speaking of Dragon Ball, because we had Dragon Ball, they do like actual instant Kamehameha moment where like he's charging, like give me rock. He's doing it as he's charging, and then he like instant transmissions behind him, which is like a very Dragon Ball moment. But yeah, there's a big moment here where they explain that like the weaknesses of strength of Jajan Ken of like it's an actual rock paper scissors situation, which is very stupid because it's literally rock paper scissors move, right? But like it's like, well, here's the strength beat by this, but this, blah, 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 and they're just kind of going really deep into it.
Yeah, there's a lot of like calculations around like the amount of aura you have left and things like that.
We're not even. We'll get to the later episode where like it goes too much into the numbers.
Oh my god! Like the whole thing with when Knuckles' powers.
His Knuckles' power is like compound interest or whatever. Like we'll get to it.
They're using a lot of cute finance terms, which is fun. Finance puns. But yeah, so anyways, like Gon eventually, basically he surprises Knuckle where he uses his paper move, which I believe this is our first time seeing it actually.
First time is like an actual move versus like a theoretical.
Yes, because he was training. He
tried it with Biscuit, like the prop, but like not actually just laser, right?
Right. So he finally does it, and it's like an emission attack. It's like a fireball, basically.
Yeah, and then speaking of the fighting, because like for no other term that because I'm fighting in brain, right? Like he Roman cancels it.
Yeah.
Because like it's a fake out, right? Like he YRC'd it. So he shot it and then YRC'd that like came right behind it with Janken punch.
Right. But then he overextended and then he passes out and he like went into burnout mode.
Yeah, he burned himself out. Yeah, he ran out of bar, right? Like I got my hot take note says Gon too weak a baby and knocked himself out. To be fair, most of my notes I'm never charitable to Gon, so.
I mean, imagine doing that and like you're in an actual life or death situation and you pass
Good
out.
thing he's getting 1,000-second chances on every possible permutation, right? Like
he's got a little bit of that main character plot armor.
Good thing Consequence has a very rough time finding Gon. Like meaning, because even when like at Greed Island, I'm physically infirm for never mind. I got a wish. I'm good.
So it does find him at a certain point, but then it does get fixed down the line.
I'm sure it will.
So everything always works out for
I remember in the early episodes, like I'm like, I'm trying to get like some vibe, like I'm the he's like a kind of like a chosen one kind of deal. And people like very criticize, like, it's not just like I'm like, the more we do it, like, I don't know.
Well,
any other person in the same situation wouldn't be getting these chances.
He gets out of bad situations, but he's not like a chosen one in the sense that he's overpowered.
I lost you for a second there, sorry.
Oh, I was saying he's not like a chosen one in the sense that he's like overpowered and he
No, it's not, but like it's not like chosen one is just he gets to hit continue as many times till it works.
That's fair. He's infinite lives.
Yeah.
That's fair. We will see that for sure down the line. So anyways, back to where we're at. So basically he passes out. Gon passes out from that attack. And then meanwhile, kind of cuts to Killua, where he's like, I'm going to defeat Shoot. So I guess like they're speeding up this arc, making it a little bit faster, having them go like 1v1 and 1v1, like 2 1v1s just to kind of speed it up a little bit. So we don't have to sit through 2 separate training arcs. And anyway, so he talks, Shoot, I think talks to Knuckle, and I forget exactly how this happens, but they basically say like, Killua's gonna fight him tomorrow. He's gonna fight Shoot tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which then turns into a Killua like mini training arc.
A bit, yeah. So we see Big Bisky again, which I'm a big fan of. I love Big Bisky because like she's so Fist of the North Star coded because her animation style is even a little different. She has a much more serious face than like any other character in the show, right? Like if you put her in Fist of the North Star, she would look like any other character there, right? Just a lady. I wrote here in my notes, why the fuck isn't Bisky up against the Chimera Ants?
A great question. She's a professional hunter, so you think they could hire her.
She's gotta be stronger than just about everybody else, right? Like, it's baffling. She's so strong, and like, granted, I'm driven what I know about the Hunter Society. It's not like you could be compelled if you didn't want to go, right?
Right.
So maybe she just wants to read her boy love magazines.
I don't know. It seems like these Chimera Ants could literally lead to like
world extinction,
countries being destroyed. Yeah, especially if they're already stronger than the chairman. So
yeah, if the world's destroyed, there's no more yaoi fan fiction. Like,
what will we do?
Exactly. So you got if you want, the boys love magazines to flow, you got to stop the ants. Like.
That's right. If you want pretty jewels to exist,
exactly,
and be shiny for you to collect,
like we've seen the Chimera Ants build. Like they're poor constructionists. They're not going to dig more precious gems out of the earth. So it just frustrates. Yes. Like I like Bisky a lot. I wish it was just more Bisky, and I know we're not ever going to get there. So.
Yeah, and she had multiple, like you see, like even in the Greed Island arc, like she had multiple instances where it's just like she's written off by technicality, or like she could have stepped in but she didn't.
She's like the meme. She's potential woman, like all this potential, but she'll never get to show it.
Exactly. I agree, which is a shame because in the fighting game, she's pretty fucking cool.
I love like when I first saw the fight, like it was like Uvogin and her. I'm like, oh, there you go, that's my team. Like that's immediately the characters I want to play, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're basically fighting here, and they go into a bit here, but like they go into a bit more the next step with what she really said. But it's like basically like, yeah, you're she's going to kill like you're sort of a loser. Like,
yeah. She does not mince her words.
If you can't beat Shooter McMahon, you need to leave Gon alone forever.
Right. And her reasoning was essentially that you have to stay out of Gon's life because someday you're going to get scared, you're going to run away, you're going to leave him to die.
Yeah. Which, like your problem is you think you're hot shit. But the second you think anyone can actually fight, like not even like you beat, like if anyone can have a fair fight against you, you run.
I mean, to be fair, I kind of understand that mindset because sometimes when I play fighting games, I always go in with the mentality that, oh, I'm probably going to lose because I just assume everyone's better than me. Especially when I go to
but you still fight. You still fight, right?
That's fair.
Killua, if he thinks he can't win, he runs.
Okay.
And granted, like they go more to a deal because like it's part of his training, right? Like the assassin training is, you know, and to be fair, for an assassin, this is smart training. Assassins shouldn't pick a fair fight. If it's a fair fight, you already fucked up. If you're an assassin, right? Like you need to fight at their disadvantage. But Biscuit's busting out these like tier charts and shit of like potential meters, and like A has more potential than B, but if B is high and A is low, then B can still beat A or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. And it's like, it's basically just a fancy way of saying like, if you defeat a person who's better than you, but on their worst day, then like, if you're on your best day, you can still defeat
a C tier
them.
Can still beat an A tier if the C tier is having a good day and the A tier is having a bad day.
Right, exactly.
But the way
they did not have to.
If Killua looks at it, he just sees higher tier, I run.
I mean, to be fair, if I saw like a professional Tekken player like me show up, I'd just be like,
I'd be stoked, like personally.
Fight against him either.
Like for my personal fighting history, like I usually only pick the worst fucking characters in the game, and it's not because I'm like some sicko that derives pleasure out of playing low tier. It's bad. I don't want this. It's just
like the characters you like, man. I get it.
The characters I like are like genetically predispositioned to being bad characters. Like when I played Injustice 1, I played Superman, right? That was maybe the most freeing time in my life of playing fighting games. Because not only was I playing I was playing the top tier. Like one of the most top tiers of all time, right? And it was like I was playing a different game than people playing the normal characters. Like you do breath, and like breath is like plus 24 on block or something.
What?
Yeah, okay. Like he has a 2-frame overhead full screen super. So it's literally, and there's no motions for supers, it's just 2 shoulders, right? So
right, you hit it.
So it's not like if you have with pre-patch Superman, if you have full meter Superman and Injustice, it's a Wild West. It's literally you're because you have your fingers there and you're just like, and then draw and you're done. You did anything. I caught you a frame into moving. You got.
That's crazy. 2 frames. That's ridiculous.
Here's the concept for you, right? I do a fireball and you block it from literally full screen. That's a punish for Superman. So it's not even like him reacting. You can't do most of your moves.
Okay.
Because if you're -2, and we got from literally full screen pre-patch, it took him 2 frames to travel, so it'd be -4 from full screen. But if you were -4 from full screen, you're dead. Like, and Aquaman, he does Trident. He's negative when he does it. Okay, full screen block, punish.
Oh my God. They're like broken. They're not just a little bit.
And he was my main, so it felt amazing, right? And then like I do that, and then like what would have been the next thing after Injustice 1? You know, I got a pretty good timeline to that actually, because Injustice 1 was my first ever fighting game guide.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was like Dragon Ball Fighters or something like that.
Nope. There we go. Superman Guide for Beginners. Okay, so then the next main game after that would have been MKX, I guess.
Okay.
And okay, to be fair, actually, I played Melina too. So I played Kotal Melina. War God Kotal got better, then got worse. And Piercing Melina was top-ish tier, then got nerfed. So not that bad, but like... Then we got the Street Fighter 5. And I played Vega. And it ruined my mind forever. So... Also, I love it. Like, we've been talking Dead or Alive, right? Like, someone tried to call me a fucking Dead or Alive tourist. My first ever video on the channel, 13 years ago, is Dead or Alive.
Wow.
You can call me a fucking tourist for Dead or... Like, buddy. Look, oldest, right? First ever video, Dead or Alive. I learned how to edit video for Dead or Alive. And here we are, 13 years later. I'm buying an Xbox to make one Dead or Alive video. I'm pretty sure my dedication to DOA should not be in question.
That's crazy. You've been on YouTube for that long. My God.
Yeah. Now, obviously, back in these days, over a decade ago, I was making pretty different videos. You know?
Yes, kind of like shitposty videos.
Yeah, like I'm making like shitpost videos or like Wonder Woman EX lasso glitch, 20 seconds. Probably wouldn't make that video today.
Well, back then you weren't doing it as a job, so...
Oh, even then, Superman Guide. I always find it funny when people call me like a tourist for a game, right? Superman Guide, 12 years ago, it says right here. You can see it 12 years ago. So how do I end this video of my Superman Guide? Rooflemonger the tourist. Doesn't know the games he talks about, right? How do I end this video? Play Virtua Fighter. I remember a year or two ago, someone called me like a Virtua Fighter tourist. 12 years ago, I'm shilling Virtua Fighter.
Oh my God.
Play VF5 FS, a good game. Actually,
it definitely
I think
reminds me of like the original spirit of YouTube where people were just like shit posting.
Yeah, like half my videos are like shit posting. Like,
what?
This is how I opened my Melina combo guy from KX.
That's one of your pogs.
I make videos a little differently these days, right? Like,
I like the slideshow art.
Oh, this was Windows Movie Maker, like straight up, just using the presets, right? Like all those classic slides and all that. How do I end this video? Virtua Fighter, still the best series.
That's crazy.
People call me a fucking VF tourist. They call me a DOA tourist. Like, buddy, come on. But yeah, so we got off here. But yeah, basically, Killua was a loser. That's what my notes say. In all caps, Killua was a loser. Because basically just like browbeats him, like basically says, you're a bum. Like,
yeah, she's not mincing words.
Like you got the technique, you don't got the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not a warrior, basically, right? Yes, you're proficient at what you do. Mm-hmm. But when it comes down to brass tacks, you don't got what it takes. Like you can do cool, you're ninja assassin, grow your nails, steal the heart out of it, because he's done that like 3 or 4 times now, right?
Yeah,
when you know, but he does that when he knows he can win.
That's fair. He does do it when he gets very cocky.
Yeah, he's arrogant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he only gets arrogant because people that he fights unfair fights.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, the assassin training. Assassins should fight unfair fights. You're not a very good assassin if you're picking a fair fight. Like if you play Assassin's Creed, you don't go, yo, I'm here, now let's fight, right? No, you go cha-cha and knock him in the neck.
Exactly.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so basically, Killua was a loser. We knew it from the start. Bisky just verbalizes it. And that leads us to episode 90, Interest and Curse.
Yeah, this is where we get the fun finance terms.
Let's just get into it. First off here, Gon finally learns like out of things. Like I can't overthink things, right? I just got to do stuff. So he finally learns the Bruce Lee lesson of don't think, feel. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, so he finally gets that. And then we're introduced to Knuckles' absolutely insane power.
It looks like Chaozu. That is the first thing
It does look like a similar but legally distinct Chaozu. And this made me wish he was in the game, because if you could translate this into a game somehow, that'd be really cool.
That would be so sick.
I can't remember like what the specific name of his power is, but it's interest.
It's called, let me see, APR.
Well, there you go. Get APR. Yeah.
Wait, what does it stand for? Anyways,
whatever. They use a lot of terms that make the fake, because they use IRS and they give like IRS a fake term too, right?
Okay. Yes. Dumb question. Do they have an IRS in Canada?
Oh, we have the same thing, but it's not called the IRS.
Okay, got it. Yeah, and then like APR meaning like the interest rate or something you get like on a or like a credit card. It's like the interest you pay or something like that. So I forget what APR actually stands for.
Little wrestling. IRS is also a wrestler. He's the evil tax accountant.
Oh my god! Of course he is. Oh well, he's got quite the arms for an evil tax
Mike Rotund is
accountant.
a big dude. He didn't his first gimmicks were not I'm a tax guy. He had some more normal gimmicks, but it's Erwin R. Shyster. And he would get in the rings like, yeah, I'm here in, city name like Vermont or whatever. I'm here in Vermont, and I'm here to get all you tax cheats. Then, of course, boo, right? Then the hero would come and beat him up. Like, he'd get a pie to the face or something because nobody likes the tax man. So that is to say, IRS, as we freaking derail again. Anyways, so his power is basically Nen interest, and it can lead to Nen bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a positive and a negative for the show, but I don't think they've done the graphs harder than they've ever gone here in this moment.
The graphs don't help. That's my problem with it. If you're making a visualization or you're trying to, all right, this is my very nerdy work side. Say, if you're trying to make an image or a visualization to explain something to make it easier to understand, it should be a simple picture that people can look and they can be like, yes, I understand what is going on. That is not the case here. To its credit, it does another thing where it's like, Gon's confused.
Yes. And to their credit, they have Gon's brains melting out of his ears. As this is being explained.
We're also confused. But it's like, to me, honestly, at this point, I'm like, going into this level of detail, I'm like, is this just stalling for more time so they don't have to animate? Just my brain just keeps hopping to that now that it's come up a few times.
But yeah, this is about to say this is a good lesson why you need to pay off your credit card bills, though, basically. Because you will earn interest on interest. And so they go through, there's so much this is
acronyms like crazy.
Absolutely top 3 most nonsense the show's been at this point, right? But he's busting Nen down into numbers and saying, I loaned you 200 Nen. So you're at a Nen deficit to me, the bank. And you need to pay back that Nen through damage, which can now be quantified through numbers. And if you don't pay back in full my Nen debt, you can't hurt me.
Right. And the interest rate is 10%, meaning every 10 seconds. Meaning that every 10 seconds you owe him 10% on top of what that initial balance was.
Yeah.
More.
So compound interest, right? And then they have an exchange, and it's like, well, you didn't try as hard as you could, and actually I just gave you another 50 Nen on top of that. So now, boom, interest, and now once boom, 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 compound interest, and this little chaozu keeps growing and growing and growing, right? As the interest gets harder and harder. And then they have another exchange, okay, that time you're positive, but you're not even up against the base amount you owe in damage. You're just partially paying off the interest.
Yeah, this is why you should never make just the minimum payment on your credit card books either.
Back when things were really rough for me and the credit card was getting really high, I'd pay the minimum on my monthly bill and I wasn't even paying off the interest. So
it's really bad.
I've learned now, ever since I got out of debt, that credit card gets paid in full every month.
Oh yeah, you kind of have to do it because the interest rates are 25% or something like that. Yeah. Crazy.
I learned those lessons a long time ago. But yeah, we're just so much in numbers. So basically, unless he pays off the debt, he can't hurt him at all. And the Nen interest is building in the bank. And it turns out Janken Punch costs like 10,000 Nen or something. They just BS their way to some number, right? So if it goes over this thing, that means Gon can never hurt him again for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, and to maybe Knuckles' credit, he's explaining all of this to maybe make Gon get more debt so that he can like actually win this fight.
Yeah, he's once again, Knuckles gave him every out because it's not like Genthru where his power is I have to explain my power to you. Because he could just, as far as we're shown, easily leave him in the dark and just be done.
Right.
And in fact, I'm sure he could have gave him a lot more Nen, right? Like, but regardless, it's just an insane ability.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And it also forces your opponent to get aggressive, right? Because they're trying to pay back their debt.
You're on the clock. Like, once again, this is why I think it would be really cool if they could translate that to the fighting game somehow. Because, like, there's a lot of interesting things you could do with, like, meter and all that.
Oh, where you could, like, give and take meter back.
Like, I could give you, like, I can give you 2 of my bars. And now you have to burn 2.5 bars to hurt me or something like that.
That could be actually legitimately very cool.
Yeah, like there's a lot, like, and it makes me a little sad that like they didn't want to go with that. I remember Nen Impact's already lived this life, so it's too late to.
It was a flash in the pan.
Too late to wonder what could have been. But then we cut to Shooter McMahon, who has a green aura, which always translates to me as Legendary Super Saiyan, like Broly. And he's got crazy hands.
Yeah. 3 floating hands, no arm, and a floating cage. I get a little bit of Baiken vibes from him, just because of like samurai.
He is a one-armed samurai, so for sure.
Yeah.
But he's a one-armed, 3-handed samurai, so it's a little different.
Yes, which was interesting. And they kind of show his powers a little bit in this fight, but not that much.
They don't. Like, we get an idea, but they don't really explain it much.
Not really, which is fair. That's like how a normal fight would work.
But yeah, but he's also like, he's like, I respect you as a fighter now. Like, before he wasn't going to shoot him in the back, right? But now it's like, now I realize I can his power is layered in a way that it's hard for him to use it against people he doesn't want to hurt.
Yeah, he says that it activates if he gets hurt.
Yeah.
So,
but he's like, I respect you as a warrior, so that it's easier for me to use my power.
Right. He's like, I have to fight on my full strength to give proper respect to you, is what he says.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
And then, in defense of Crazy Hands, Killua basically busts out like Space Defense Fortress Yo-Yo. So it's just like, just like yo-yo shielding all around, right? Which is not bad because he still gets hit anyway, right? And it's still brought up, even though he respects him as a warrior bit, he's still going soft on him a little bit. Like, he still has too much respect for the kid. So this is a problem for both of them, that they're a little too soft to like finish the kids. Because, like, spoiler, they both win. So, like, if they were serious from the start, like, neither Gon and Killua had no chance. They're just outclassed.
100%. I mean, Killua, like, well, I'll let you get to that.
But yeah, they get hit. They're big softies. Basically, Killua doesn't deserve to win. At some point when he's running, because he got scared again, it's like, oh my god, this is a fair fight. I better run away, right? He does that Naruto backwards ninja run again.
I was gonna say, he was like sticking his arms out again, like Naruto. I'm trying to like do it, but it's not showing up on the screen. Anyways.
Well, let's see if I can find a specific.
But yeah, and he also gets his eye taken or like disappeared. I think there's like some sort of Nen power on it that's blocking him from being able to see the eye. There we go. That's perfect.
So this is Homer simulating a sperm. So, but that's what I think the Naruto run is, basically.
I mean, to be fair, it's not any cooler than that. So, I think that's a decently accurate portrayal.
Yeah, but anyway, he's running. Oh, I got mad at Notepad. So I wrote lame Naruto run. And immediately afterwards, I'm like, why the fuck is Naruto auto-capitalized? Apparently, Naruto's a proper name. That WordPad has to make sure it's capitalized when I wrote it.
The dictionary knows, I guess.
Well, okay, I'm going to write this down right now and get mad at it, because I know it's going to be a bitch. Didn't auto-capitalize T-Hawk. Not auto-capitalizing E-Honda.
Okay, but to be fair, like E and like T, like those are like individual letters. So
not auto-capitalizing Marissa. Not auto-capitalizing Lily.
Okay, those should be capitalized.
Naruto gets auto-capitalized.
Okay.
Gon doesn't get auto-capitalized. Killua doesn't get auto. So Naruto. Wait. I bet I know this.
Put in like
Disney Barney gets auto-capitalized.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Electronic Arts doesn't. So we know who they're taking. WordPad's taking money from Big Naruto here.
Well, okay, but Electronic Arts could be technically the word electronic and the word arts separately. So you have to type in a word that can't be misconstrued as something else. Like
Ubisoft T-Hawk gets auto-capitalized.
See, it's the name of a company.
So
you're not going to mistake
Big that. Ubisoft and Big Naruto paying off my fucking text files here.
Do you not have like Microsoft Word or something that you use?
I'm just using like whatever the most default text thing is.
Fair enough.
I can't afford. I only work on a YouTuber salary. I can't afford your fancy word processors.
I mean, I just use Google Docs. I don't use
that would involve like me opening a tab. I'm just using like the default Windows programs.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I have 2 tabs open right now. One for Discord right now, and one for Google where I have all my notes. So
yeah, but yeah. Anyways, we went to the fight. He's getting conflicted because he's realizing what Bisky said, and so he's like trying to hold, like not run and like hold ground, right? And that's when we find out this is like Dragon Ball weighted clothing. The yo-yos were holding him back the whole time. So he like blows up his yo-yo rings. And now he can fight like, for real, right? Yeah, they explode off his hands. He like flexes his fingers.
That was good. I will say, like, this battle for me was a little bit tedious just because they are really hammering in this point, like, oh, he's so scared to fight. He doesn't want to fight, blah, blah, blah. And they keep playing that line of Bisky being like, you're weak, like, you're going to abandon Gon, you're pathetic, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They keep repeating that line over and over again. And I was like, dude, this is like the second or third time I heard this.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like a Rocky montage with like his coach, you're a bum, like that kind of thing, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. It's just like going on and on and on. I was like, okay, I get it. Like,
and to be fair, they were right because, okay, the last thing in this episode, as like and they like Killua, big dramatic thing cut, but it's not the end of the episode yet. The actual end of the episode is it cut back to the ants. And something's being born. What is it? Yeah, find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, it's funny that they end the clip on that because, I mean, I guess they're trying to tease you to watch the next episode.
Yeah, because like as it aired next week on, right? Like,
right, but it's like literally the thing that happens at the beginning.
It's the first, like, so to get into it, episode 91, the Strong in the Week. So I'll let you take this in 1 second, but like the first thing is, he's born. That's I wrote down as Cell, but it's Miruum, who is not named yet, but and the first thing, because how do we prove this guy's hard, right? Like how this guy's a somebody. So poor Pingu, our least offensive Chimera Ant, the little penguin advisor, he just gets iced right away.
Yeah, it's like a extremely like violent, I guess, birth where she like the king basically like alien movie style, just like
he like alien xenomorph chest bursters out of her, right? And on top of that, he's born early.
And she's like, "Oh, wait, you can't be born early yet." What? She's like freaking out. Which, to be fair, I would also freak out in that situation. And the king's like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, it's like Cartman, like, "Shut the fuck up, mom." Like, like I'm gonna be born when I want. Whatever, I do what I want. Like, Just straight up, it's like I feel like being born now.
That was a pretty good impression.
Right. But and then the poor turtle, the turtle man who I like spent 10 minutes, like 3 or 4 Going with the Winds ago, like how this guy like looks kind of cool, and poor turtle guy just gets chopped up too, right?
Yeah. Something else I also want to point out about his birth, though, before we hop to dudes getting off, is that the king was like a fully grown man, so I don't know how she was expecting to give birth to him. Like, I don't like, is this an egg situation? But then, like, the eggs typically live separately from the mother, like they grow in the egg itself, not inside the egg, and then
very mammalian birth for an insect.
Yes, I was like, this is a pretty crazy birth. But yeah, so anyway, so the Chimera Ants, they're running, they're trying to help the queen, you know.
There's a line, I don't have it verbatim here, but there's a line, like we've seen this now, right? Like her stomach's exploded, like her intestines are everywhere, and someone's like, "How is she?" Not very good. Like, not very good. Little exploded, you know, like.
Yeah, they are. She's clearly not in a very good shape whatsoever. And so, like, the penguin, Peggy dude, runs to help the queen, fucking executed.
Yeah.
Like, the guy, Miram, or the king, takes his stinger tail and just, like, cuts off his head.
Like, yeah, I'm hard. I don't even care. I'm just hard as fuck. Like,
literally.
Gotta see how cool I am.
He's like, he's heartless, and, like, he's this cool dude, and he shows no feeling. He just, like, there's no even, like, oh, I'm about to, like, fuck you up. It's just
death.
He's just there 1 second and then dead the next second. But yeah, helps the tries to what happens is he orders Colt, the main straight-laced Chimera Ant, to clean off his stinger, and he hesitates to do it for a little while. And the tortoise dude comes up.
Yeah, he's like, I'll do it. He's like, oh, master, I'll do this.
And immediately.
And I didn't say your name. I said him.
Okay, to be fair, if I had seen that, like, one of my fellow ants just be, like, fucking beheaded, I also probably would not speak up. Like, this tortoise dude was a little bit behind the ball, not gonna lie, but that didn't mean that he deserved to die. Mm-hmm. But he just was not reading.
Well, to be fair, maybe he's like, well, maybe if no one cleans the tail, more people are gonna die because he already just killed the penguin, right? Like,
right. Maybe, but anyways,
like, he's proving himself already. If you are a subject, not a very good king.
No, I wouldn't want to follow that guy.
At least the queen, there was structure, right? Like, but yeah, the king's kind of like, peace out. I'm too cool for you guys, right? And then the other royal guards show up, and I think it's Eagly. It could have been someone else, but like, Lord Neferpitou, please use your like healing power to save the queen.
Yes.
And Nekoark's just like, nah, like that's old news. We're done with that.
Yeah, they say like, oh, she's a thing that we don't need anymore. And then like, one of the scenes, like her like mandible or whatever this thing is coming out of her mouth, it's like twitching.
Yeah,
it's like really spasming. Looking, and I'm like, oh god, it's. I mean, I guess like it's not supposed to be like a pretty scene, obviously. Like, but I was just like, I don't know why that just one particular shot. I was like, this is the thing that's grossing me out right now.
It's definitely meant to like, yeah, this ain't a pretty scene, right?
Right. Exactly.
I can't remember, like, they're doing something like you can eat upstairs and they just punch through the walls.
Yeah, I have to see the view or something like that. My meal is at the top of this big ass mountain.
Yeah, and he like super jumps to the top.
Yeah, using his tail. Yeah. I was like,
so like,
I was like, that's a very interesting.
2 of them can fly. I guess Nekoark has already been shown to super jump when they jumped at Kite. So
we're just calling her Nekoark now. We're just calling him Nekoark.
I know it's I will just alternate between Neferpitou and Nekoark.
Okay.
I've known Nekoark for a lot longer, basically, so an easier name for me to default to.
I like it. It's cute. But so they're at the top, and the king decides, I don't like these human meatballs or whatever. I need better food.
Yeah, I need Nen food, rares.
Yeah, that's right. I need the rares. But yeah, so basically after that, then it cuts back to Colt and he's like, oh shit, like Pitot is not gonna heal the queen. I have to go ask the humans.
Yeah, none of their loyalty is to the king. It's all to the queen.
Right. Yes, exactly. So they go, he like has like a white flag.
Yeah, it literally has like a truce flag.
Yeah, truce flag goes to like the 2 hunters, Morel and the other guy whose name escapes me.
It's not worth remembering. If you can't remember, it's not worth remembering. That guy sucks.
But basically says, oh, the king is bored and you have to help the queen because if the queen dies, the other ants are going to go off and try to do their own thing.
Yeah, they're going to establish their own kingdoms.
Exactly.
And the hunters are stressed too, just to mention, because like, wait, what? The king's like, that's ahead of schedule. We thought we had like 2 weeks or something.
How they know that. Excuse me.
Well, they go into the next episode. They bring in like more Chimera Ant experts, and like once again, this had to have happened at some point in the world history before because they know too much about the cycle.
Yes, they know an insane amount about like, oh, like yeah, not to get into it, but they're like, oh, we know all this about like a Chimera Ant, like
they know enough to bring in a nurse to like try to heal the queen, like and give her like fake organs and stuff.
Yeah, which is crazy.
You can't just guess that, you know, like.
But yeah, so back to the episode, the current episode we're on, just to show how cool and cold-hearted the king is. He just kills a bunch of random
people. Yeah, they try to like Oscar bait, like, you know, sad moment you.
Yes.
Because they like kill a little kid.
Yeah, they killed the parents and then the kid's like,
my mommy. And then he just kills her.
Yeah, and then kills her and then eats her or whatever. Apparently she doesn't taste very good. So, but yeah, and then after that,
I want to mention something here because we power scale nightmared ourselves in this moment again. Because like I can't remember the exact logic, but like Neferpitou is like trying to explain something to the king, and he like does the same move he did to the other two, like try to one-shot her, and it was like, Pwah! And it's like, oh, I'm sorry for my impudence, my king, or whatever, right? Like, and it's like, oh, you're quite strong. I meant to kill you in one blow with that move. And I don't know how this is going to play out. Maybe I'm reading into this. But Neferpitou, for a movie that was supposed to kill him in like a single hit, kind of no-sold it. So like, did Neferpitou just redouble power scale above again? And is actually even stronger than the other royal guards that we don't know?
Who knows? I mean, like she like, or they turned their cheek, and I think their cheek was pretty much unharmed. So.
Yeah, there's like a little like, you know, anime bruise line, I guess. But like for a movie that was supposed to outright murder them, right? It's just like, yeah, meouch, that hurt. Like,
right. Not much of a reaction.
Yeah, really. And just like, oh, okay, sorry. And like, are now I'm just wondering, like, are you holding back? Are you the actual threat? Because obviously the king's the king, and that feels like a big deal. Right. But I feel like for a kill move from what is nominally now the strongest character, you would get hurt a bit more.
I mean, we don't know who is more powerful.
Yeah, well, we jumble up because now it like turns out the chairman, he's actually way stronger than we thought. Like, I don't know. All I know is Killua and Gon don't belong at the dinner table at this discussion. They are just so far behind.
They're not, and we're not invited to this party because we see basically all of them on the truck headed back to the NGL.
Yeah.
And
this is where we learn Gon has the debt cat on his back.
Yeah. You can't use Nen.
Can't use Nen for 30 days until he pays back his Nen debt. And then Killua's like, oh, I promised, Bisky said I had to leave him at the end or whatever, like...
Yeah, so it was like, okay, after this time period, once Gon gets his Nen back, we'll go our separate ways. Which I'm like, okay, you don't have to listen to her, but
yeah, like that's not a contract. Like, you're not bound by that.
No, but anyways, Knuckle and Shoot head into the NGL, and Gon's like, make sure you find Kite, okay? You know, he's still
he did not know that he got Neko arced.
No, I don't think anyone knows that at this point yet. Although next episode we see that.
Don't know that the Brunyu happened. But yeah, so the next episode, but yeah, I just, to write my hot take notes here, is what I wrote as I saw that. So I wrote Knuckle 1 has it, because that final, like, Gon tries Janken Rock on him, right? But he just passed his debt limit. So now he's at the point where the move could never hurt him.
Right.
No matter how strong the move is, because it's past his limit or whatever.
Yeah. So, like, again, the fight ends in a very, like, kind of, like, anticlimactic way.
Yeah. But I just wrote here, Gon's crying because he's a weak baby. Welcome to the real world, kid.
Yeah, you have no sympathy for him.
I don't know. Like, I'm just predisposition, because I just know the day he's going to, like, live up to every bad thing I thought about him.
Mm.
And, like, I know you haven't been spoiling for anything, but you've not been dissuading me of this notion either. So it makes...
I mean, I'm trying. You've already been spoiled, but I'm trying to keep it open. Like I'm not
I don't know what's going to happen, but, like, you, the comments, no one's here to tell me Gon's not going to fucking let me down, right? So everything I've worried about since the start, I'm just waiting for the episode that happens.
It will happen in this arc. You will see, is what I will say.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that's basically how we leave off. Like, they cut to make us think, like, we don't even get to see, and, like, Killua, we don't even see how he loses. He just loses.
No, that's why I was like, they're, like, really trying to save money on these fights.
Yeah.
They didn't want to
fights are more expensive. They cost more money. It's easier to animate them talking about how they lost than showing how they lost.
Yes. 100%. But yeah, pretty much that's where the episode ends then. And then picks up.
Yeah, so our final episode of this episode 92, 1 wish and 2 promises. And immediately, so they're talking like, I don't know what city they're in, but, like, at the Hunter headquarters, and security breach at the minimum, because Eagly's there, and I don't think you should be letting no Chimera Ant into your city, even if he's nominally on your side, right?
Yeah, because he could probably eat, all your citizens. And,
like, he's told you things you want to hear, but, like, if you're running security, like, you can say what you want, but you stay on your side of the fence, like.
Right. Oh, and we learned they can reproduce with other species.
Yeah, and we learned that, like, they're, like, basically omnisexual. Like, as long as you get, like, okay, I guess all ants are male by definition. Even the sexy stripper ant is still a male, because she's trying to become a king. Because at the end of the episode, they all go off to try to become kings. Yeah. Right?
Yes. I mean, I guess.
But yeah, as long as you get a human lady, any male ant can reproduce. Which turns out this means this threat's exponentially 1,000 times bigger than we ever thought, right? Like,
right.
But yeah, so at this point here, this is, like, once again, keep power scaling and just keep going up here. Because then the chairman now shows up like I know him from the game. Because he cuts his hair and he's wearing the outfit from the game, right? And he's kind of feeling himself a little bit. I haven't cut loose in a couple decades now, right? Like,
yeah, he's got his little biker shorts and a little shirt with the.
He's wearing his apparently signature T-shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is funny. It just looks like a gym outfit to us, but I guess it's.
That's what I took it as in the game. When I saw him in the game, I always wear some gym outfit, right? And to be fair, the first time we see him. Not maybe that very, but, like, effectively the first introduction is, like, they're playing, like, gym games with Gon and Killua. So that's sort of what I thought that was going to. It's like he's a gym freak or something.
I mean, his outfit does not look unsimilar from Razor's.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like, I even thought originally maybe they're linked or something. But regardless, he's kind of, like, feeling himself, but he's, like, feeling himself, but he's, like, talking to Eagly, and he's like, so what you're seeing from me, how do I compare to Mirwam? And it's like, oh, Mirwam's 1,000 times better. And
killed by the god.
Morel is very impressed by what he's seeing, right? But apparently, I'm 99% sure he's Gokuing it. He is not showing his full strength at all, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
he is no way displeased when he says Mirim's stronger than what he's showing. Kind of, oh, cool, it'll be a fun fight then.
Yeah, it's like, I'll have a challenge.
Yeah.
You know, opposite of Killua.
And here, now we cut back to the ants. And we're doing the queen thing, but there's two major things, and they both happen within 2 seconds of each other. One, there is a raccoon wearing a cross. Which, sure, right? Whatever. But
why not?
Once again, just more Christian iconography on weird animal people. And two, our boy, the koala, comes back.
Yes, it's really cute. He's taking a little chug of a drink, you know.
Yeah, he's just like kind of pounding a drink in the back. But yeah, like, and it's literally for 2 seconds, but he's back. I thought this guy was going to be like a big deal when he showed up, right?
Yeah, I mean, he like had that whole scene, which was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He murders.
And then he's just like, oh my God, look at this shit. YouTube thumbnail.
What?
Guy like soy facing with the koala. Oh, this guy, I love this guy. Panda Man.
Yeah, he's cool.
Wait, look at that.
Really
like, I thought this guy was gonna be a big deal. Like, he just like iced some dude. He's wearing a business suit and all that.
Where did they find a koala?
Yeah.
In this place, like, it doesn't seem like the right climate.
The NGL is a very biodiverse area.
I guess because they have every fucking
animal to earth. Like it is like they're Australia basically, right? Like,
yeah. So, by the way, every time you keep saying Eagly, I keep thinking of whatchamacallit, Peacemaker.
Yeah, well, he's literally an eagle man. So like,
yes.
By the way, I just scrolled to this, so I got to come back. Someone really believes in this guy.
What? That can't be real. Like it's gotta be like.
It says Reddit, you know it's real. Like.
What? Oh my God.
Maybe he's a lot bigger later on. I don't know.
Okay. So really funny story about Hunter x Hunter tattoos, which is very random. But when I went to go get my tattoo, which was my first tattoo, I was sitting across from a girl who was also there for her appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's a really cool tattoo. And I thought, you know who I thought it was? I just finished watching some episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho. So I thought it was Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho. And then she's like, oh no, like this isn't from that show. It's from Hunter x Hunter. And I was like really struggling to like think. I'm like, oh no, wait, it's that guy. Who's the pupil of that guy? But what the hell is his name? And so anyway, she had like a really sick tattoo, all to say. It was really cool. But I, for the life of me, could not remember Knuckles' name. But she had a huge tattoo of like Knuckle, like just like that's really on her shoulder.
I've never gotten a tattoo. I've always struggled for like 20 years. Because I always knew what it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Which is? On a shoulder, Mortal Kombat Dragon.
Okay, simple.
Because like Mortal Kombat meant a lot to me my whole life, right? Like that would, but I've never done it. Just like, it's not even like, oh, I'm worried. Like it's just, and it's not like, oh, I need to keep my body pure. Definitely not that. Mm-hmm. This ain't no temple. Trust me. But just, it never happened.
No, I mean, it costs a lot of money. And
I think that's the thing. It costs money. I've been too poor my whole life. Do I buy groceries or get a tattoo? And then usually it's like, no, I should probably get groceries, right? Like,
right. No, it's quite expensive. It personally, for me, I wouldn't get anything like related to like an anime or a video game or like a fighting game, just because like I'm like, what if I end up not liking that thing when I'm older?
Yeah, like for me at this point, I'm pretty sure I still like Mortal Kombat. You know, like
that's fair. I think it's been 40 years. I think you're probably pretty
1992, 2025. I'm still a fan, so we're good.
Right. But yeah, I have a lot of friends who have like different tattoos. And I'm like, you gonna like
it'd be awful though to get tattooed of something like that you fucking hate later. Like I'm so scared for the next generation of kids growing up. How many girls are named Khaleesi?
I don't know. Some of my friends are planning
or
on
Daenerys.
Some of my friends are planning on calling their kid Aerith.
But okay, Aerith, like Final Fantasy is proven its legacy, right?
Okay, that's fair.
Game of Thrones crashed and fucking burned.
Yeah.
So if you got a Khaleesi or a Daenerys daughter, and she had to grow up, my fucking parents named me after that show that fucking sucks. Like, I hate my parents. Like,
yeah, it's also a little bit like too on the nose. Like, if I was gonna name my kid something, I wouldn't make it a name that's like that.
Yeah, like I wouldn't name like a potential son. My son's name is T-Hawk Townsend. Like, wouldn't do that.
I do know someone who like a friend, the husband of a friend who like their son is named like Raiden or Yujin or something like that.
It's not some Naruto name, is it?
Yeah, but like no, I don't think so. It's just like Japanese, but they're Mexican, so I don't know why they wanted to do that. But to each their own.
Mexicans love them their Naruto.
I mean, it's not for me, but I mean, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like, you guys are naming your kids some wild shit these days. I don't.
To be fair, it's their kids and they own them. It's their property.
But anyways, tangent aside.
Yes. So back to Going With The Wind here. So the koala, that's why I clicked off to begin with. Koala. He's there for 2 seconds. We cut to the queen. The queen names our boy Miro M. I thought it was like Mirom. Mm-hmm. But she says Miro M. Like it's almost like Miro stop. M stop.
I'm just going to say Mirom.
Yeah, Mirom or Cell. It's still Cell to me. But yeah, at this point here, we're back at the Chimera Ants because we're bringing in the world government health team, right? And humans are trying to save her life. And there's Knuckle, and Knuckle's crying for the queen. And I'll give him the pass that I don't think he knows the full story.
Right, he just got there. That's fair.
It's kind of crying for Hitler a little bit, you know, like you can be a emotional person, but there's wrong places to shed the tears for, you know?
Right. Oh, sorry. Before we continue, this was the point where they were like, "Oh, Colt was like trying to give his organs to the queen, and the nurses, the doctor was like, your organs are incompatible.
Yeah.
And blah 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 blah. This is XYZ reasons. You guys are different generations of ants." And I was like, how the hell do you guys know this?
Exactly. Why do they have such incredibly advanced knowledge? So again, it's not a problem, right? It's not a problem. But it just to me entails something like this has sort of happened before. Mm-hmm. And if something like this has sort of happened before, they would know how bad this is going to get. And the response should be literally nuclear, right?
Yes. Agreed.
Like that big spire they built, you drop the bomb on it. You don't play around sending 3 people after it.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Just wanted to point out the inconsistency. But yes.
But don't worry. We're not here to think about inconsistencies anymore because we're here to melt your heart. Because the queen has one last baby left. It's like little 1/2 inch long little baby babu. And he's going, yeah. And then everyone starts crying. There's a little baby babu there. It's the most precious thing to be born from this horrific monster. And Eagly's like, I'm going to protect you with my life. And then everyone starts crying. And Smokey McGlass's moral. He's like, if you ever eat a human, I'm going to kill you. But otherwise, you're my brother. And I'm going to protect this baby with you. Like, everyone's just getting all emotional over this little baby, right? And like,
yeah. They also reveal a little bit earlier that they can actually remember their human lives.
Yeah, they remember good chunks of their human lives, and that's why they can speak and stuff like that.
Right.
And that the other day, I watched VHS Halloween.
Okay.
Which is a yearly Halloween anthology with a different theme. And this year's theme was Halloween, so fuck it, right? Like, whatever. But one of the things is like they're in like a house and there's very literally the same little baby. Like that little baby they're holding in their hands.
Like an inch long or whatever.
Yes, there's an inch long little baby on a floor in one of these things. And
Yeesh.
like, considering I just saw these back to back, right? It's all I can think about. Like, I know they can't be related in any way. Also, there's a big baby man from one of the skits. But this big little baby. I just saw, I watched this in the same night. I watched that same Hunter x Hunter episode, and I see another this big little baby. And like, what's going on here? Like, it's not something you see every day, right?
Yeah.
And now I've just been exposed to it back to back in 2 different mediums.
It's a weird visual too. Like, it's like just pulling out of her gut, and it's like crying. And I'm like, to me, I'm just like, I'm not even like this. This isn't a touching moment for me. I'm just like, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Kill it with fire. It's like kind of like a human looking baby too.
Yeah, it's a very human shot. Like, it's not part koala, it's not part elephant or whatever. Like, it just looks like an extra small human baby.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was a very freaky moment, and I did not like.
But yeah, then like everyone just starts crying, right? Which I feel is a little unearned. Like, just why? Like, it's a bait. Like, sure, you guys got some pretty big problems with all the other babies she's had. You ain't a fan of those guys, right? But because one person starts crying, everyone's like, oh, we're going to protect this baby for life. Like, okay, what if she fucking eats people? Like,
they're moved by the moment.
It's an in the moment thing, I guess, right? I'll have to take it there. Oh, okay. And then we cut back to Gon for a second, right? So he's feeling sorry for himself. He's like literally crying
on the floor.
But then he's like, well, okay, I'm over it, right? Oh, okay. And on my uncharitable notes as this was happening, Gon crying to himself like a fucking baby because he's fucking weak. Okay, now he's normal. Like, it was literally happening as I was typing this in.
You're not beating the I hate Gon allegations.
Yeah. I don't even hate him, but he's going to let me down one day. And everything I've ever uncharitably thought about him, I'll be proven right. I just know this is going to happen. So, and therefore, I was always right to do this. But once again, to his credit, he made that's like blink. He just got over it. And then the other, I am sure they have said their names at some point, but the other crew from Kite, right? So Bear Man, the girl with the hood or the beanie hat, all that.
Mm-hmm.
So she just starts like lore dumping on him about her life out of the blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've lost all knowledge of anything she said, to be honest with you. It just came and went out in my head.
So she says that she became a hunter, or she wants to be a hunter. She's not a hunter yet, to earn money because basically Kite bought them some land because they wanted to save birds on the land.
There was something like, I will remember this shot of pretty birds forever.
Yes. And she was like, oh, the birds flying out. I will remember that forever. It's basically the like create contrast with the next scene because it's also about Kite.
Yes.
That's why.
To be fair, yes. But the problem is with the animation, they cut between her like lore dump and cut back to the truck. And partway through this, Gon just starts stunting on her. He's doing like one hand vertical push-ups.
Oh yeah, well they say like, oh, you can exercise, like you might as well start training.
Yeah, but like they do that, and they cut, and he's already doing this, right? And at that point, everything she said just lost the ability to retain it. He's just he's stunting on her, just like, oh yeah, sad story, whatever. I'm just doing cool guy vertical push-ups, like. It just lost me entirely because, like, what are you doing?
Right, she's like pouring her heart out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she's like she's giving you the life story, and he's just kind of like, yeah, cool, whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. But again, the only reason she did that was to just be like, oh, you see Kite, and he's such a good person.
Yeah,
and oh my god, he was so amazing, and then. Bam! Look at what he is now.
Yeah, so we cut to the NGL. I'm assuming the NGL, anyways. And somewhere nebulous, and like I wrote down here just zombie Kite, because I guess I don't know. It looked like Kite, and it's like a quick like runs at the camera shot. You know, like a zombie movie or something.
Well, sorry, spoiler. That was Kite.
Yeah. That's what, like, I assume. I just wrote down zombie. So, like, I assume it's Kite. And this is when we go, like, oh, they really should have dealt with this problem a lot faster. Like, the chairman and the rest kind of dicked around, you know? Because then it's like, the rest of them are all trying, like, the rest of the ants we've been introduced that had any FaceTime are all just going out on their own throughout the rest of the world. And they're all going to become kings in their own rights and start their own colonies. And I wrote here, cheetah guy. I wrote wannabe birder. Because he's the fastest in the universe. And it's like, all of a sudden, at no point has it ever demonstrated he's a really, like, a fast guy. He's like, look at my speed. Like, I've seen you 10 times now. This is the first time it's come up. You know, like,
I mean, he is a cheetah.
I know he's a cheetah, but they're like trying to sell you on a speed now. And the other guy also talks about a speed, but like, it's never been established.
Yeah, that's fair. They could have talked about him earlier because they had introduced him earlier. So
yeah, like we've seen him like 10 times now, right? Like,
right.
So I just wrote down because like, oh, and it's like Birder. Birder's like, I'm the fastest in the universe. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, Ginyu probably faster than you. Frieza's definitely faster than you. But everyone just kind of pats him on the head and says, "You're the fastest, buddy. Sure, that's your gimmick. We'll let you have it." You know, like.
Yeah, I don't even think that we've seen that the other Chimera Ant squadron leaders, besides the bunny dude, I don't think we've actually seen that they, like, what their Nen is yet, or like if they have Nen. So
I'm assuming off camera they all learn Nen.
I mean, yeah, they unlocked all their powers and stuff like that, but I don't think we've seen any of it up to this point.
But then we cut to another guy. He's like taking over the oceans. We cut to like unemployed lion with his like jogger pants and metal t-shirt, right? Like,
yeah, he's just chilling.
Yeah, like he's the most unemployed of them all. Like, I know because I've been him. Like, my late 20s and early 30s, I was him, so I know very well. Just jogging pants and a metal shirt. So, but yeah,
he's got an aesthetic.
Yeah, stripper scorpion. She's also got like a quick cut. But like everyone's like basically like, we're all going to the four corners of the world, and now this is gonna be everybody's problem, right? Like,
exactly.
Like I don't know, but this to me is leading up to like World War Ant. Which, once again, if you knew so much about it, why didn't you fucking end this problem before it started, right? Like,
they were dicking around. I think you were right. They were dicking around. By the way, this is very random. But I was watching I've been watching the Chimera Ant arc with like a friend, and they kind of brought up, this is random because they've never seen Hunter x Hunter either, and they said like, okay, these are Chimera Ants. So are there Chimera Ant eaters? Like ant eaters. But
yeah, they got them long tongues.
Yeah. So anyways, just a random thought that I had written down here at the end of my notes. But that is pretty much the end of the episode.
There's one final shot. Final shot. So it comes back to Miriam, who's like, because he might have super jump, but it's, I guess, established he cannot fly. So Yuppie is like got his claws into his goddamn skull or something, like just to hold him, and he's like,
oh yeah,
holding this big imperious pose as he's just being carried.
Looks really cool.
Yeah, he's got like cool guy pose going on, right? And he's like being delivered to like a castle or something like that.
Yes, like a big castle plaza type thing.
Yeah, something that looks official at minimum.
It's a castle.
Because it's been established he doesn't want the queen's territory. He wants his own territory.
That's right. Fuck the queen.
Yeah. So, once again, everyone's problem is now we let the Amish handle this chemical bioweapon threat. Turns out the Amish are not the best to deal with it. And now it's everyone's problem.
That's right. Now everyone's fucked.
Yeah. And so I don't know, because it's actually the last episode I've seen to this point. But I feel like the next batch of episodes, shit's gonna get bad. Like, it's gonna get rough.
Yeah. I mean, they're upping the stakes now, right? Because like all all the major characters are pretty much here. They got rid of all of the chafe, the other Chimera
Yeah,
ants.
it feels like, okay, so like unemployed lion, stripper scorpion, cheetah boy, like these are definitely not the A-listers, right? They're going to be like B-level proms, but like they're a B-level prom that will still potentially kill millions of people. So it still has to be dealt with, right? But I feel like we've mostly like, not like random armadillo ant or like those guys. Like we mostly have named faces now, right? Like no more Z level care, at least to my knowledge.
Yeah, no, I think you're going in the right direction. Things are about to escalate pretty significantly. So we will find out.
All right. So yeah, that's where we're at. So that was episode 92. So next time we're on Going With The Wind will be episode 93. I don't know if we'll exactly get there just yet, but we are coming up on the big 100.
That's right.
Granted, this show is so effing long that doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things, but it is still an auspicious number. So I feel like whenever we covered the 100 episode spectacular, like at very minimum, will like warrant a different thumbnail on the YouTube channel or something.
Okay. What do you think you're gonna do for it? Any ideas?
I don't even. We'll cross that. It's just 100. Like it feels like it needs to be celebrated in some way. Maybe I'm crazy.
Fair enough. We can think about it. I can help you brainstorm my ideas, or maybe there'll be something so crazy in that episode that we'll just like that's the thumbnail. We'll just know.
Yeah, like maybe like Mirum will kill 40 kids to be even sadder because we got to up the misery porn, and then he'll like wink at the camera like 100 episodes, baby. Like I don't know.
You can do a thumbnail with like the sexy scorpion lady just like on there, her like ass is out or something like that.
If it's in the show, I don't know. But I'm not trying to get the clicks the same way as I am on the main channel. But
AI art, here we go.
No. But yeah, so let's see. So human race potentially going extinct now because they waited too long. Gon and Killua legitimately just have power scaled out of the conversation.
Yeah, they're not here.
I know whatever this adult form will be, I'm sure it'll be a very significant power. Like it'll be his form of going Super Saiyan or something. And so he'll get a rage bonus. I don't know what they're going to do for Killua. Because I've seen just about everything he's done from the game, right? We got yo-yos, lightning. So I don't know what his power is going to be. Because I feel like they can't training arc themselves back to relevancy.
Yeah, and like every single time there's been a moment where like they've like stepped out of like the main plot, and the main plot's basically been on pause while we do this big training arc and dump a bunch of exposition on you.
If it always comes back to Bisky. If Bisky somehow isn't good enough for this, they're still like 7 training arcs away from being on Bisky's level. You know?
That is correct.
Like it was made clear they're nowhere on Knuckle and Shooter McMahon's level. So they're just not relevant. And like a 3-episode training arc is not cutting the mustard here. So they need an unfair power up.
So if you had to make a prediction then, what do you think is going to happen?
For Gon, something will happen and he'll be like because every time I've seen any comparison pictures over the years of the weird adult Gon with like the big hair, it's always him like crying and being mad. So he's going to literally get like the Super Saiyan rage bonus. So I don't know where that comes from, but like he'll get it somehow, right? Killua, I don't know how he ass pulls this. Like maybe he goes back to his dad and his dad teaches him the assassin secret or something like that. That, now he's ready for. And that's the ass pull to get him on level.
Okay.
But like Gon, I don't know how it happens, but like it's something to do with adult Gon. Killua, Killua is almost on Kurapika territory of like losing relevance here.
He's just dropping like a stone.
Exactly. Like he's one of the 2 characters we got here. I'm assuming he makes it through to the end. He's one of our 2 boys, but like obviously the show will explain it to me. I don't see, it's just going to be an ass pull. It's just going to be something happen. I have to accept it. And then all of a sudden he's as strong as the chairman or something like that.
I see. So you think they're going to go on another training arc?
Okay. No, but I'm saying a training arc's not enough. They're just going to get unfair Super Saiyan powers. And then they're just count as being as strong.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
It's just like Dragon Ball, right? No one was a match for Frieza until, oh my god, you killed my friend. Yeah! And then he gets Super Saiyan, then he's as strong as Frieza. Or like Cell. The only person that was strong as Cell was Piccolo, and that was an ass pull because they had Namek fusions. And then the next level up was an ass pull because they had to have Ascended Saiyans. It's like, oh, there's a level beyond Super Saiyan, right? And then we have Perfect Cell, and then we have to have another ass pull. Oh, by the way, Super Saiyan 2 exists.
Well, I guess my question to you then is do you like those, for lack of a better word, ass pulls? Do you like that?
I loved them when I was young.
Dragon Ball.
When it was Dragon Ball, it was the sickest shit I've ever seen in my life. It was fucking art, right? I'm older now, so I don't know. I'll have to wait for the context of the scene.
Okay.
Because going all the way back to the very beginning of the show, my favorite kind of guy is someone who earns their power every step of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I have my training arc. I learned a technique. I show my technique in a real world situation. It worked. Not that I hit a power or like it turns out I always had magic blood. You know?
Right.
That's why I don't like Goku, because he has magic blood. Mm-hmm. If Goku had every trial and tribulation he's ever had, but he didn't have magic DNA, he would have lost a long time ago. Like, and that bugs me. That's true. That's why I've always been a Tien guy. Because Tien earned every bit. I always think back to, which movie is it? The BoJack movie? They have like a small tournament at the beginning of the movie. And the finals is, if it's not BoJack, please forgive me, but they have a finals and it's Trunks versus Tien. And Trunks can't beat Tien without going Super Saiyan. So he can't beat him on his own skill. He can only beat him through magic blood.
I see.
And that always bugs me. It always made me wish for the arc of, what if Bulma learned Dr. Giro's android technique stuff? Because like Android 17 and 18 they're dumb fucking kids and they can beat Super Saiyans, right?
Right. They're crazy powerful.
So what if Bulma learned the android tech and put it in Tien? A martial artist with 50 years experience.
She should be able to. She can make a fucking time machine. I'm sure she can do that.
The only guy who could hold off Cell as a regular human, right? Mm-hmm. Just no special blood, no magic power. Well, yes, magic. Tri-beam's magic power. Whatever. You know what the fuck I mean, right? It's like, but what if he somehow got whatever made 17 and 18 special, right? Wouldn't he then be the strongest character in the franchise?
Oh man, we're in fan fiction.
I know, and it bugs me so much. This is the shit I worry about. I've wasted my life thinking about this shit. So basically, there'll be an ass. That's what I'm betting on. There's an ass pool, and I just hope it's cool. I just hope it's not Gon can grow hair long. Oh, it turns out the freak's blood. It was always the freak's blood, and I can go super freaks or whatever, right?
No, I like your name for it, Super Freaks. That's funny.
That's the last name, right? Freaks?
Yes, it's Freaks.
Or
I think you will be I think pleasantly surprised, but also partially disappointed by.
Well, we'll see. Because the same deal, right? Like, what if Killua goes home again, and then Dad's like, "I'm about to teach you how to put the dick in Zoldyck," you know, like, and then he's as strong as the chairman.
That'd be pretty fucking wild. Yeah. I think you're definitely on the right path. As to what exactly happens, though, yeah, half right here, half wrong there.
No, I am always going into this blind. That is the whole point of this. I'm going into this blind. I don't know.
I know. I'm just so interested in seeing
just
like your predictions.
Jaded anime fan.
For the most part, you've been pretty on the money in a lot of cases. So I am very impressed.
The Squid Games mean I've played these games before. You know, like I've been around the block on this. And because everyone's like, oh, well, actually, Hunter x Hunter is a deconstruction of shonen or whatever. Like, maybe a little, but maybe not at all. Maybe if this was your first anime, it was, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, it is in some ways, but also in a lot of ways, it still is a shonen at the end of the day.
All I know is, like, we're here for almost 90, or we're over 90 episodes now. Mm-hmm. And it just didn't change the game like Evangelion did. Said this in episode 1.
No.
I'll say this in episode 1001. Because we'll get there. Eva's better.
I'm not... Hunter x Hunter doesn't do anything. It's not one of those things that if you never watch it, like, you're not a real anime fan or whatever, blah, blah. It is a classic anime. In my opinion, it's not one of those ones that it'll forever change your worldview.
Here's how if it was truly a classic, I would have watched it already.
Yeah.
I watched Trigun, I watched Cowboy Bebop, I watched Gundam Wing.
That's fair.
I watched Ghost in the Shell, watched Eva, you know, those are the classics.
Yeah. No, that's fair. But I do think it has some really interesting concepts. I think it does do a lot of interesting things with its characters, and you know, I think a lot of the characters are very well developed.
Yeah, and to be fair, that's really this is the stuff I say that gets the negative comments on the like. I would hope at this, if you've been on the road with us for this long, hopefully you can tell I'm being a little facetious. Like when I say stuff like that, I am after all
engagement.
I am one of the biggest trolls in the FGC. I say this all the time. Even to my best friends who have known me for fucking decades at this point, I can do this to them to their face and they'll still get mad. Like so when you get mad at me, please understand it's not your fault. I'm just too good at this.
Yeah. Be sure to type a comment saying how angry you are, make it very long.
Like if I truly thought this was completely meritless show, we never would have done this to begin with. Right?
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I would not have wasted, I don't know, 16, 17 episodes worth of my life on talking about the show, for sure.
So anyway, so that's where we'll leave it. So we're going to see you 93 and beyond, leading to 100. 100 special, Miriam kills 100 babies special. This is a show, because, you know, we don't know how evil he is yet. We got to show how really evil he is.
That's right.
I found that really heavy. Like, I'm literally killing babies. Like, okay. Like,
right, and then just be like, fuck you, mom.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, I just kill my mom, then I'm off to kill babies, and then fucking I don't even know what's next. He's gonna vote in the next American election. That'll be his true sign of evil.
No, he's gonna run. He's gonna run in the election.
Yeah,
he's not even gonna vote.
But yeah, so that's where we'll leave it for now. So till next time, a week-ish. Till the next episode, and stay tuned to the channels. I don't know if you want to give away your next big video yet. You got a big video planned. Don't got to give it away yet.
I have a few videos in production right now, but no, I haven't given any forewarning on any of these videos.
So you got something extra fun planned. You got something extra fun planned for the nebulous future. I got I just bought an Xbox to make one effing fucking video. You better hit the like button on that video is all I'm saying. But anyways, yeah, so that is it for the episode. We'll be back next week. More Chimera Ant genocide to come, I guess. Something with Gon and Killua, because they have completely power scaled out of the show's relative power level. I'm sure we're going to have some dramatic battles with the chairman to come, because he's kind of like...
He's raring to go. He's ready to go.
I feel like with all this relative power, I feel like the chairman's going to clear house, regardless. Like, we'll see. But I feel like of everyone, like, Neko Arc's like, is she stronger, Neferpatu, than she is? Because, like, she took a killing blow from the king and, like, didn't even really affect her. Like, I'm legit wondering if she's stronger than the king. I don't, like, we'll find out. I wonder. Obviously, the king's hot shit regardless, right? So, got that.
Yes.
You got the chairman. We still haven't really had Moral and the other guy fight yet. So they have to have at least an episode. Like Moral wouldn't be in
knuckle and shoot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Moral wouldn't be in the fighting game if he didn't have at least an episode to show his shit, right?
Yeah. He's got some sauce.
Yeah. So we got some power scaling and fighting to happen. And this
Fair
precious little baby that makes everyone cry, and swear we're going to protect the little baby.
Maybe we'll find out at episode 100.
Yeah, maybe we'll do. But anyway, so that's it for myself, the Rooflemonger, and
Babe Ruthless.
And until next time, we will catch you on Going With The Wind. Have a great time.
See ya.